Hello, everybody.
Thanks, Becky. I'll let y'all handle that for a few minutes. You guys talk. Okay. Guys, we're just trying to get it all sorted out here. Mary is going to not be, Mary's here, and but she's got to keep herself muted tonight. There, I finally got that fixed. Let me. Okay. That's me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's you. There's Beth.
Okay. Jerry, you said you sent somebody a message? Oh, Beth, you need to read the chat because apparently Jerry got some happy mail from you tonight.
Okay.
Okay, guys, here's the deal. Lisa couldn't stream, so we decided we would just come on and play, and so that you guys had somebody to play with tonight. And so Beth Schuler is here. Mary is here. Becky is here. And I'm here.
Woohoo!
So we're just all going to play.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, what, Becky?
My bank book stuck together. Oh, no. Oh, whew. Heart attack. Anyway.
Okay. Bad?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes. No, I was asking. I'm sorry, I said bad.
Oh.
So I'm going to pop over to all of you. Becky Mary said she brought shortbread.
Woohoo!
Oh, man, that's awesome.
So, Mary, do you want? Oh, there she's got shortbread on the table, Becky.
Oh, I see it. Looks good.
I'm going to pop over to each one of you so you can give everybody an idea what you're going to play with. I'm going to start with me though because I want to ask a question.
Mary's going to have cookies.
Yeah, Mary's going to have cookies. Has anybody used these? They had these today at what they call Dirt Cheap. And I got both of these today for 90 cents.
Ooh.
But it says clear school go. Oh, and it also says washable. I didn't read that part before, so it may be that I'm not going to like it. So has anybody used it? Now I'm going to pop over to Beth, and she can show us what she's going to work on.
Well, I just happened to see this cutest video that someone is going to be making something out of toilet paper rolls. So I thought I'd go ahead and gesso, get my toilet paper rolls ready and gesso them. And I've already gessoed one. And, you know, the gesso's kind of wet. So, and mine was real thick in the bottom. So I added a little water to it. It's even more moistier. And you can see how much flatter it lays down after you gesso it. So there won't be a problem when you all cut and this was a paper towel I had cut. But I'm going to be gessoing, prepping my paper towel rolls so I can be ready for Tanya's play day. Well, and the videos that Tanya had put underneath her link, she linked 3 different videos on these paper rolls that other girls have made. They're all 3 different and unique in 3 different ways, and I watched all 3 of them, and I don't know which one Tanya's going to have us do, but either one of them they're going to be cute. There's 3 methods, so it's going to be cute, cuter than what I thought it was going to be. That's for sure.
Holly, Beth is actually from, I think she said West Virginia, but she's living in South Florida. And because I asked her, because she didn't sound like she was from South Florida.
No, I'm from West Virginia.
So, and Mary, what are you going to be playing with tonight? Can you show us?
Mary's going to be eating cookies for a little while.
I think so. Oh, it looks like she's going to carve. And like I said, girls, Mary has to be muted tonight because tonight is her brother's TV night, and we didn't want to disrupt his TV night.
I see.
So, so she's going to have to learn sign language. And let's see what Becky's doing.
I'm just going to decorate some. These are envelopes I got at the thrift store, and I just need some more envelopes. I can't show the front of this because it's got Journey's address, but I'm going to make, some of my decorated envelopes because I need some to mail stuff out. So that's all I'm going to do is decorate some envelopes.
Okay.
And I've, you guys have been sending little bits to me. And so I decided to use one of my painty paper books. Remember our painty paper swap we did last year? So I've started putting things in here. I've got, let's see, there's some stuff from Kathy. And I put, this one's from Kathy too. But this was from Elise. Put her card in, and I cut her envelope all up and decorated a page in here, and and this came from Beth today, and so I just put one piece of the wallpaper, glued it straight to a piece of the painty paper, and then I made a pocket out of these 2, and then out of the last piece that she sent, I took my label maker and I put Beth Schuler on the front of it, and I added some paper and made a little notebook to stick in the pocket.
How fun.
And as people send me stuff, that was from Barb Filion. She sent me these 2 little boys doing their standing on the horses. So I just added them to that page, and she made envelopes. And so I saved the envelopes and the extra pictures in one of her envelopes, and then left this so I can take and put her card in here. She sent me the picture of the buffalo too. And I just stick that in there. And so every time there's a little bit added to an envelope along with an artist trading card, I'm going to stick it in here.
Cool.
So it's already getting fat.
I'm going to talk for just a minute. Guys, the chat scrolled so fast. I cannot say hello to all of you because I didn't see y'all come in. So I know there's a bunch of you here, and we really appreciate your being here. And hello, hello, hello to everybody. Beth just typed. I have trouble typing when I'm on live because my computer's way out in front of me. So I apologize for that.
Well, I can go and tell everybody that's here. We've got Lynn J. and Patricia Strufert and Beth Schuler, of course. And Jerry is here, and Holly Dalton, and Sherry Habing, and Allie Kay, and Eva, and Christy Wainscott, and Mary. I'm just scrolling to see who all we got. Barb. Okay.
I saw Giovanni was here too.
Okay. There she is, Giovanna. Yep. And I'm Mitzi. Mindy is here.
Okay. And Holly's here.
Sandra Kinney, Dawn Boss, Kendra. And I think that catches us up.
Okay. Sue's here. Sue and Mary Ann.
Well, welcome everyone.
Yep. Everybody's welcome.
I don't know if y'all knew this, but Lisa can't stream tonight. She had a hubby work thing, she said. So
she's having Mexican food tonight.
Is that what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. Well, must be nice. We had eggs. when I don't want to cook, it's called eggs.
I love to have breakfast at night.
Well, Jeffrey wanted an egg sandwich, so I made him an egg sandwich.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No. I was just thinking Scott would say, Jeffrey, you're an egg sandwich. Mary, that time you thought I did doodles, it was actually this stencil that looks like the doodles you do.
Just a minute, I'll go back. I took it off of you.
That's okay.
Show her.
Okay. Like that.
Ooh, that's cute.
And it's cardboard.
Huh. Cool.
All right. That'll
Mary's getting ready to carve. I'm going to leave it over there for a minute. She's showing you what kind of an eraser, girls. Mary likes those polymer erasers to carve. That much I know. Other than that, I don't know much. So
I saw on Amazon where you can get like a whole box of those.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if she's seen that.
She doesn't order on Amazon, I don't think.
Okay.
I'm just going to use my drop paper for my paint palette.
Jerry, did you get an envelope from me? Mary Ann, we are not doing anything. Mary, if you can hear us, you need to turn off your auto focus. Yeah, Mary got a bunch. She says, okay. Mary got a bunch of those erasers on special, that, like Jerry's saying, she got them at a store that was going to go out of business. I knew that she had gotten a bunch of them. I was just going to show you that I'm just working on the cardboard that I was putting book pages on. I need a bunch of this for a project I want to do, and so I am just working on that tonight. And Mary Ann asked what's going on, and Mary Ann, we're just all playing around with different stuff.
We didn't want anybody to be bored with Lisa out of pocket tonight.
Yeah, Lisa couldn't stream, so we decided we would just get on and play and see who was here that wanted to visit. And I had said I might get out my jelly plate, but there's too much junk on my table to get out my jelly plate. So that's not going to happen. Yes, Mary, I think it's fine now. It's not popping in and out.
Mary's so cute. She keeps putting her thumbs up.
And Giovanna, yeah, I think I am Rebecca tonight.
Yeah, it's probably because with a hangout, you don't come in through your channel unless you're the host.
Yeah.
I think Jerry ends up being Jerry Bellini instead of Recycle Parts for Art when she comes in. If you're the host, you go in through your channel, but other than that, you come in through Google. So it kind of messes you up, but it works. It's all a little getting used to. And we're all still learning how to do it too.
Yeah, and then they say they're not going to do it anymore.
They'll do something, Becky. They will do something. Thank you, Beth. I hadn't thought about asking for that, but yeah, please do. Well, you're welcome, Nancy, and hello. And if you're just joining, Mary has to be muted tonight because tonight's her brother's TV night. So we're just keeping her from talking. And Beth is just being really quiet.
I'm just trying to behave.
You're behaving just fine. You do know that it's Mary and I that are the
Daddy Kathy's. No.
Well, we do that too, but we're also the ones that misbehave and don't do our projects the way we're supposed to. We do our own thing. It is amazing to me. Look, oh, I guess you can't look unless I show you. Look at how different in color these book pages are.
Oh, wow.
These are really dark and these are really light. Luckily, I'm going to cut this all up, so it really doesn't matter. Yes, Jerry, that's right. Eva says we're rebels, but Jerry says we're troublemakers. So
Serious crafters. I think we're serious crafters.
Mary said she thinks they are planning something for non-commercial hangouts later on.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about you guys, but my buffering situations have improved over the past few days. I think YouTube's getting their act together.
It all depends on the day too.
Might be.
If
everybody's home on a snow day, I'm sure it gets really busy up there in the sky.
Yep. Yeah. And evenings are sometimes worse than daytimes. It's all. I think it's all relevant.
Mary
wants to know what the definition of behaving is.
Back in the old days, we had dial-up. Remember dial-up? You had to wait until it dialed up to get through on the internet.
Yeah, I can remember that.
We've come a long ways.
The fact that we can even stream, excuse me.
Yeah, we need to send out some special prayers for Georgia and Alabama with all those tornadoes last night. That was devastating.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I've heard from most everybody that I know that are up there other than my cousin, and I haven't heard from them, but that doesn't mean anything.
Well, there was a tornado touchdown at Riverbank Zoo in Columbia, South Carolina, and that is like right across the river from my house down there. And my son was calling me freaking out.
I can't blame him.
I told him, I said, get the cats in carriers. Don't try to hold them. They'll rip a new one in you.
Yeah, they'll claw you.
So that would be a real kick in the fanny for us if a tornado takes the house out before we can even sell it.
Well, would it or would it not, Becky? Because, there's this thing called insurance.
Yeah, they don't want to pay nothing. Our roof is so old. they told us they couldn't give us anything toward it, and we
okay.
haven't had a chance to get a new roof on it yet. And it's just, it all adds up. Every little time we think we're getting ahead, it's like last weekend, Scott's intention was to finish the laundry room cabinet doors. Well, then Greg calls us and tells us the kitchen drain is completely backing up. So he ended up under the house last Saturday, and he had they had to replace 24 feet of the pipe under the house. And you guys, when he brought it out, there was maybe the size of a dime for liquid to go through.
Oh dear.
The pipe was completely packed.
Mm.
So yeah.
Not good. Yeah, guys, we really didn't have much of a storm. The storms were all to the east of us, and went up through there. I mean, we had thunder and we had lightning, but nothing to speak of. So, we were really not involved in any of that. Now, it hit over near Defuniak, and Jeff has we have some property over there. It's family property, so it's not ours necessarily, but it's just property with trees on it. So there's nothing to worry about as far as stuff going down. The interstate was closed over there, and from the news, it sounds like they have about 23 deaths from the tornado. So it was not a good night.
No, it wasn't.
And on the news, the afternoon news that I got, they were still missing people.
Yeah.
The numbers were going to go up.
Yeah. So.
So Zoe is here now, and I see Marianne. I think Beth said she was here earlier.
And Zoe, we're glad that you made it through that big storm. You're up in Georgia area, western Georgia, so we're glad you were safe.
Well, and if it weren't tornadoes, Jerry just said they got 10 inches of snow last night. So
wow.
Yeah, that's what Janet was saying, that it was going to snow again.
So we talked to my son Friday, and they'd had so much snow that he'd spent the entire week trying to push the truck out of snow, because every single day he got stuck.
Oh no.
Well, it's not a truck designed for snow. It's not 4-wheel drive, and it's big and it's long and it's heavy, and it never was good in the snow, but I never went anywhere in the winter, so it was fine. So, and he's trying to drive it up there, and it's making a mess. So Janet's here. Oh, Janet's right above Jerry.
But sometimes I get on my husband's iPad, and I am Joe sometimes, but tonight I'm Beth. I'm on my iPad tonight. I think my name comes up as me tonight.
Actually, Beth, you're showing up on my screen as Joe, on my Hangout screen as Joe, but when you type, you're showing up as Beth.
Okay, well, probably because my Hangout is on the big computer and it's in Joe's name.
Mm-hmm. That'll be it.
So yeah, then I'm one and the same. I've got two screens on right now. I've got my big computer with the tower, and then I've got my iPad. I have my iPad so I can see the chat. It's up closer to my face. Nobody understands that.
What she's saying, girls, is that she's blind. Wrinkles out of the tissue paper.
Yeah. That's that. When they set our computer up, they said, "Do you want two different screens?" And I said, "Heck, fire no. We just want one screen. We don't need two screens. We do the same things. We're in the same screen."
Christy's got a question, so I'm going to answer it.
Okay.
Christy's asking about getting the wrinkles out of the tissue paper. Let me see if I can switch to my switch where you can see it. Hold on 1 second. And Christy, I'd probably, if it was bad wrinkles, see, now this piece is wrinkled and I used it for myself. I don't think I can get any closer. This is why you have to get rid of the wrinkles. See that crease right there? If it's a smooth wrinkle that you can just go like that and just hold it apart when you go to stamp, then I wouldn't worry about it. But this creasy one right there, I would have probably ironed with my iron to get it out of there. I was stamping for myself, so it didn't matter. But that's about the only suggestion I have. It, girls, do you have any suggestions on getting the wrinkles out of the tissue paper?
Tanya, I've got my tissue paper here in front of me.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Take a quick peek. I did iron my tissue paper, but I didn't put any moisture on it. And you can see there is a natural little fold line right here. Do you see that little fold line?
Mm-hmm.
And I did iron it lightly with a lukewarm iron. I didn't want to scorch it. So I think that's going to be okay enough. And I'm going to flip it over. And this side has a little bit more wrinkles in it, but I don't think it's going to bother the print, because usually when you stamp, and then when you tear this out to use it on a collage or on a different project, you don't see the background tissue paper anyway. You see the print more than when you do the paper. So this is the paper that I'm going to use, and I just cut them all out at the same time so that they would be exactly 10 by 10.
Mm-hmm. And Christy, another thing you can do is if you've got a crease that's just not going to come out with ironing, is do your stamping and don't stamp on that crease.
Yeah, I'll probably stamp around it. Mm-hmm. And then I cut out about 12 pieces. So I'll pick the best 8 out of the 12 to send for the contest.
And that is a good suggestion to do that.
And then I might have to just put a couple extra sheets in my envelope anyway for the host.
Well, that is awful sweet of you, my dear.
I've got a nice collection of stamps. You're all going to love my stamps. I might have to do a video on it for you. I got a deal on my stamps.
Well, I used to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so
mm-hmm.
I don't just have a collection, I have a hoard.
Yeah. I accidentally was at the right place at the right time when this lady was selling all of her stamps. I was buying the drawers that the stamps were in, and I said, well, here, let me help you unload all your things out of the drawers, because I wanted the towers. And she says, oh no, they go with.
Oh my.
So I got 12 drawers. There was 2 towers, 6 drawers, and I got 12 drawers full of Stampin' Up! Stamps.
Ooh, that was a good deal.
Just to say, I was blessed, very, very blessed.
Oh, Becky's cat hurting.
Yeah, they were tearing up stuff in the bedroom, and I heard something fall. I don't know if y'all heard it or not, so I don't know what they've done in there. So I put them out. The 2 big ones. Tippy's sleeping right behind me like he always is at this time of day.
I didn't see. Did Mary tell us what she's carving tonight? Because that looks like, I don't know, it looks like the queen.
It looks like a queen.
Mm-hmm. And then there's a man underneath the queen. Oh, she's carving coins, guys. That's cool, Mary. Watching her carve is like doing meditation. It's just so cool.
She's very artistic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very impressed with her doodlings and her drawing and her sketches and the people that she sketches, and it's like she's really good.
Yes, ma'am. I agree.
And if you've never watched Mary Altier's morning shows, it's worth getting up at 5:30 in the morning to get up to watch. I'm sorry, it's worth it.
It depends.
I watch the replay when I get up.
Yeah, you can watch.
Because I don't go to bed till 2 a.m.
But when the cat or the dog wants to go out at 5 o'clock, sometimes I flip her on. So that's all right. It works out.
Well, I might get up then, but I don't necessarily. I'm not.
Well, I'm in bed.
I
I'm not
can't
outside.
function.
Yeah, I'm in bed watching.
Oh, okay.
But Becky, the way you were doing your ATC cards, putting them in your little book you've got there, Mary does the same thing with her monthly book. She has a book every month that she makes and puts certain kinds of papers and certain kind of things in it, and she puts all the ATC she receives in her monthly book.
Mm-hmm.
And I put my ATCs, if you want to flip over to me real quick,
Mm-hmm.
in a baseball card holder.
Yeah, that's what I got mine in.
That's a 9 pockets. And this is how I put my ATC cards. And then I put these in a binder.
Yep.
And some of you girls may recognize some of these cards. It came from some of you girls. And these up here at the top were from Mary's doodling nights. And I got some more over here. But when they get filled up, I'll put a new one out here on my desk and put these in the notebook.
I have about, I think about 6 binders filled with ATCs, but you know, a couple of 2 or 3 years of Stampin' Up! Conventions will do that.
Yep.
They're all from back then. So.
I was remembering something this morning when I first started doing crafts on YouTube and stuff. Do you remember the iCads in an index card a day?
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. I started out doing that. And I think it was like either in 2015 or 16 is when I started watching YouTube. And it's taken me to now, 2019, to get online and go to take it to a new level.
Packer Dye does amazing iCads. I love to watch Packer Dye do iCads. She's not been on since she went back to work.
I'm going to interrupt you. Irma has a question for me. Irma, are you talking about the Santa Rosa Art Association or the bookmaking group? They're both on Saturdays, and the Santa Rosa Art Association is at the college. The bookmaking group is at a private home. The Saturday for the Santa Rosa Art Association is early in the morning, like 9 o'clock, and the bookmaking group meets at 1. But if you would do me a favor and email me, because I don't have the dates over here with me, and I definitely cannot give you Paula's address over the internet because it's not mine to, share really that way. I can give it to you for the group thing, but I can't. I can personally give it to you, but I don't want to give it to you on the internet is the deal. But tell me which one it is, and send my email is now. It's not in this one because I didn't get a description in here real well. But in all my videos, my email's at the very bottom. So if you just will email me. Santa Rosa. Okay, it's at the college, and it's, I don't remember the building. And it'll be Saturday. I think it's the 3rd Saturday, Irma. just email me and I'll send you a link with information in it, and I'll see if I can find the building number, because I don't know that I have that, but it should be on the internet somewhere too. It's a real fun group. So
Tanya, I have a question for you.
yes,
How
ma'am.
is your library activity thing you're doing going?
The program went fabulous. We had 8 people show up, and for the day that it was good, because it just stormed up something fierce right before they were supposed to all be there.
Oh, wow.
And here it can just dump water on you just in a matter of a few minutes, and you can be darn near drowned. And it went fabulous. There was some confusion over the date and time, so one of the speakers didn't show up. So I did 2 projects, and the other person did 2 projects, and they asked us to bring in our books for display. Now, I have not been over to see the display yet, but the Pace Library has about 7 or 8 of my books on display over there. So,
are you going to get to go back and do another show, or was it just a one-time thing?
it was, well, for right now, it's just a one-time thing. They're working to have a space, but they invited us, the art book group, over a year ago. I didn't get to go. I had something else going that day, so I didn't get to go that day. But this is the second time we've given a talk over there, and they were very intrigued by all the different things that we brought. So that was a good thing.
Well, good.
And okay, Irma, I'm glad that just message me. It's at the college right there in Milton. What is that? No, I can't remember what the name of the college is. But they're at Avalon Boulevard. You just go in on Avalon Boulevard and you wind around, but the building kind of hides. So it would help if I can tell you which building number it is. That, and you could probably meet me there in the parking lot.
Oh.
Oh. Where did Becky go?
I'm over here getting stuff off my cart. Sorry.
That's okay. I should have traded back to somebody else.
That's okay. I needed to get this big book out because I've got my old creative memory circles and ovals in it, stencil, and that's what I used for the address portion. And I figured while I was up throwing those stencils in the dishpan.
Mary, move yourself a little bit to the right. No, that's left. There you go. There you go.
I was going to say your other right. No.
Yeah. Oh dear.
So what are you doing with that background, Tanya? Are you going to use that on a book or something?
No, I'm going to cut it up.
Oh.
I want to punch little flower thingies out of it. So I'm just, gluing. I'm going to glue book pages to this side, and I'm going to glue plain paper to the other side. So, but I'm going to cut it with my big steel rule dies. So I want it to it doesn't really have to be anything specific. It just has to be covered so that it looks kind of cool.
Gotcha.
So. Yeah, guys, if I forget to move the camera around, let me know in chat, because I wasn't showing Mary for a while. Yeah, Irma, it should be right there. And like I said, the building we use is clear to the back. of the campus. So you kind of have to wind around the parking lot. Hello, Deborah. Excuse me, Deborah.
I kind of wish I hadn't used this dark blue now, but it'll be all right. We'll just keep going.
Well, in the tiny little picture, it looks fine.
Yeah, it's fighting with the purple compared to the other blues I used.
Uh-huh. Jerry, she amazes me when she carves a stamp. Oh, Becky, I like it. Now, it's always different when it's on screen than when it isn't.
Yeah. Yeah. And oftentimes I'll look at my own work up on the screen just to see if I like it better.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys, this Saturday I spent hours and hours raking up the gumballs in the side yard. And I finally came up with a solution. I'm going to get me a snow shovel. And I'm going to shovel those little devils and into the truck and then push them off with a rake up at the top of the. See, we can't bag them. They have to be left where they can scoop them up with the tractor. So, because they go to the, the natural landfill and they don't want any plastic in there. So, and I didn't know that was the policy up here because down in Casey, where the house is, everything has to be in a bag. So.
Well, Jeff puts our yard waste in a plastic garbage can so the guys can pick it up and dump it.
Yeah.
Rather than putting it in a bag.
Well, here they just want it heaped up in a pile because they send a tractor with a scoop on the front up.
Yeah.
And a couple trucks.
Yeah.
I told Scott, I said, I think they fight over who gets to drive the tractor and who gets to drive the truck. You got to drive the tractor last week. No.
Oh, that is gorgeous, Beth.
She's my favorite.
Oh, that is cool.
This is called Hush.
Is that a Stampin' Up stamp?
No, I'm not sure. It's Alpha Stamps.
Alphastamps.com.
Alpha.
Huh.
Everybody will be running to go look them up.
But, yeah.
Oh, and then look at that one.
Mary, that. She is adorable.
Yeah. And this one's PBS. It was $12.99.
That was a long time ago.
A long time ago.
You might could find something like that on
paperbagstudio.com.
Okay, Kathy said something. Alpha Stamps makes some very unique designs, and they offer miniatures.
Ooh.
That's cool, Kathy.
Stampers Anonymous.
Oh, yeah, that's a company I recognize. That's a beautiful stamp.
Look at this. This is a postcard.
Lovely.
Did she focus?
Uh-huh. Oh, those are beautiful.
And this one is Travel Abroad. And this is Hampton Art Stamps.
Yeah, Hampton is another one I recognize.
And this one is Dream.
Pretty.
And I love the feet.
Aw.
The journey is the destination.
Oh, that's really cool.
And this one's from PBS, paperbagstudio.com.
Mm-hmm. Kathy's a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator too, she says.
But these are all different people. I haven't found Stampin' Up! Yet. May You Love. This one's called May You Love. And it says, all the days of your life. That's sweet.
That's awesome.
Here's my hush. And this is like a perfume advertisement type thing.
Like an old vintage ad.
Yeah. It's called Lovely Lady. And this is called Paper Inspirations.
Oh, Russell.
Hello, Barbara.
Hi, Barbara Clark.
This is Tanya.
Yeah, I like that.
Angel in Training.
Boy, she's got me pegged wrong. Totally wrong.
But it's so cute because it's got the ruler, the paper ruler, and the writing in the back. And this one is from a mystery. It's a mystery. She paid $14.50 for this one.
Jerry says Barbara makes stamps.
Does anybody think that they're the queen? This one says queen. Can you see the queen on her hat? It's blurry on my TV.
It's a little blurry on mine, but I got the screen shrunk real tiny too.
But it says queen on her hat.
Mm-hmm. I'm going back to Mary for just a minute. I got it. I got to see.
Problem.
Ooh, look at that. It's prettier and prettier every time, Mary.
Have you sampled? Has Mary sampled the stamp yet? Tried it?
Now, I don't think she has yet, has she? No, she hasn't. Beth, do you see what Kathy says? She has an idea of who that the maker of that stamp might be. Okay.
Yeah, I see it. Lost Coast or Cameron's Verdana. Well, that's a possibility. Jerry, you were the queen of the bead shop.
Jerry used to own a bead shop, Beth, if you didn't know that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, she used to own one.
Gosh. I'm a beadaholic.
I bet you I got more than you have.
Well,
I'll bet you I have more than Jerry, and she doesn't think so.
If you did bead shows, you probably do have more than me, but I bet I'm not far behind you.
Probably not. Let's just put it this way. I have 5 map drawers just filled with seed beads.
Yeah.
And that's not all my seed beads because they wouldn't fit.
Mm-hmm. This is just one little box.
Jerry says that customers would bring her crowns and wands. Hello, Patricia. Where did Rebecca go? There we go. And guys, I'm sorry if I missed saying hello to you. Hello, everyone who's popped in. Okay, how come my line? Okay. All right, I'm good. Jerry still thinks she has me beat. One of these days, I'm going to have to show her my collection. But I told her that I just got, oh, what a mess. while we don't have a camper, she should come and stay with us. We got a big hole in the side yard that she could park in. But she says her husband's is doing snow, so they can't. Okay, Kathy's gonna go and listen.
Alrighty.
Has anybody heard from Janet today? I'm just wondering how she's doing.
I have not.
Okay. She was really sick yesterday.
Did she have a relapse?
Yes. She said that the fever hadn't come back, but that she couldn't talk at all, and she was coughing her silly self crazy.
Oh,
she doesn't have strep throat.
Well, I'm afraid she might, and I'm afraid by that now she's probably going to be having pneumonia or something worse.
None of those are fun.
No. Yeah, Jerry, she's been sick way too long. Jerry's making boho beads.
Okay, cool. Did y'all see Shannon Green got on a kick of paper beads again?
Yes, she was using up those scraps, so it just morphed.
Yep.
But that's what happens when you start doing one thing and then it just kind of morphs into something else.
I don't know if there's anybody on here that is interested in learning to sew. I just found something today that I didn't know, that Walmart has patterns that I guess is their brand, or no, it's called Simplicity So Simple. And they're only 97 cents each. So it'd be a cheap way to learn to sew. And they had the simple dress like here, but then they had all these different bags, like shopping bags and things like that. So I just thought I'd throw it out there.
That and those patterns are probably not got a lot of what do I want to call it? Intricate spots in the sewing.
Yeah, it's just all straight.
Yeah.
V-neck with straight seams. I mean, it would be so easy to learn.
Simple things. Yeah, not a lot of darts.
Yeah, there's no darts in that one. So I picked it up because it looked like it'd be a comfortable dress. I'll let you know if it turns out.
Okay.
But I figured I'd pick one up and give it a try and see how the instructions read. You know, some pattern companies, Vogue makes their instructions so blooming ridiculous. But I've made some Vogue patterns. I didn't like it, but I made them.
Well, I will tell you, first off, the girls are saying prayers for Janet, and I think that would be a very good idea, guys. Because I'm really kind of worried about her.
Yeah, I know.
It's been too long, and the relapse is really bad. And Irma's working on an altered book.
Ooh. I don't know if I'm subscribed. Does Irma do videos?
I don't know. Irma, pop in and tell us if you do videos. You know, right, Jerry, you're right. And it would be cute short with, that dress would be cute short with leggings under it.
Yeah.
And I was just going to say something I forgot. What was I going to say? Oh, I was going to tell you about my experience with Vogue patterns.
Uh-oh.
Okay. You know, I've sewn my whole life. I started sewing on a sewing machine when I was 4. So I have sewn forever. And I was home from college one year, and I was in the store, and they had this beautiful fabric that I just loved, that I told my mother that's the fabric I wanted for my wedding dress. So we were going to buy it. You know, it was just what I wanted. So we went and picked out a Vogue pattern, and I bought every single size of that Vogue pattern. And then the wedding dress fabric had matching fabrics in different colors. And so I bought enough fabric of each of the different colors just because I didn't know who was going to stand up with me or anything, because I wasn't even dating anybody. I just knew that that's what I wanted, right?
Talk about a hope chest.
That's right. So here I am, and I decide to marry this crazy, hairy guy that I have married, and I'm living down here, and I pull out that fabric and I go to make my wedding dress. Well, I think, okay, since the patterns were all exactly the same, I would make my sister's pattern first, so because then I could see which size for sure I wanted the white out of. And I made it, and it was like a sack, a potato sack. It was way too big. And I got the patterns out, and from a size 6 to a size 22, every last one of those patterns was exactly the same. I mean, exactly the same.
Oh.
There was no difference in size, no difference in cut, nothing. So I called my mother, of course, in tears, you know. And my mother, this is the mother I have. She said, "Oh, shut up, Tanya, and go fix it." And so I did. I fixed it, and I actually made 3 dresses.
Oh.
Yeah, I made mine, and I made my 2 sisters were all that stood up with me. Since we had the wedding in Michigan and Jeff's from down here, there weren't a lot of guys standing up with him, so I just had my sisters, and Jeff had his brother and a good friend. So that it worked out just fine. I didn't have to make quite so many dresses, but I had to alter all the patterns that I made them out of.
Oh.
So it was interesting.
Oh boy.
And how old were you when you got your fabric and patterns?
I was probably 20, 21. And we got married when I was 29. Yeah, I think. Okay, apparently Irma is making videos. She says not very good ones, but
We all started somewhere.
yeah, that's right.
These are gonna be crazy.
I'm not used to Mary being this quiet.
Well, it's because she's not allowed to talk.
Sorry, Mary. We love you.
Okay, can you see her back? Yes, Jerry, that's a really good idea.
We can chat. We can still chat. That's right. Passing notes. We're passing notes. Leave it to Mary.
Ava, there is no reason to be scared. First off, you know, none of us do the perfect video the first time. But now you do have to have a little bit of a thick skin, because there are these people out there that just are so grumpy. Not any of these girls by any means, but there are these little trolls.
Mm-hmm.
And I recently got a lovely little troll comment, and you just got to go, okay. And when you look at them, like Becky told me when first time something like that happened, she said, look at their channel and see if they even make videos, which this person did not make videos. And they had no subscribers. So, you know, no videos, no subscribers, but yet they have time to be grumpy. So Roman Reagan's the big dog.
Oh, wrestling night.
Yeah. Oh, Jerry's doing her bank book flip tomorrow, guys.
Oh, I've got to try to finish mine.
Mine will come up on Wednesday.
I don't have any little pictures or anything handy, so I've just been ignoring it at the moment. I started working on it a little and thought about doing it tonight, but then I said, no, I need envelopes.
Well, I wanted to do painting papers, but like I said, my table is so covered up with stuff. I decided just to do this. It will get this done and off my table. And I haven't shown myself in a while. I'm just covering cardboard with paper. It's real exciting, guys. That's why I haven't been flipping to me. So,
well, it looks like a hot mess to me.
Yeah, that's what it is, a nice hot mess. But I figured it was easier to do one big piece and then cut it up into the pieces I need than it was to do the little pieces.
That's how I do artist trading cards.
Yeah.
Just do a big piece and then whack it into little pieces.
Mm-hmm. And guys, there's a bunch of us, just so you know, gonna do a hop later in the month.
Yeah, I got to work on that.
So you'll be wanting to watch for that. We'll start talking about it a little bit more in our lives.
I just started streaming last week, and I don't have any particular time that I stream. So you all need to help me come up with a good time. Would be a good time for me to stream on a regular basis, so everybody will know to come in.
Well, and Lisa and I kind of messed you up with that, I think, because I think last night you said, or the other night you said you were going to do it on Tuesday, and we had already planned this month's hangout for Tuesday.
Well, that's fine. And I also found out there's somebody else that I watch on Tuesdays, and she comes on at 5:30, so that won't work.
Okay. Well,
but I'm not picky.
It's one of those things that we're just going to have to, even if you stream the same time I do, Beth, I'm fine with that.
Well, I thought about maybe coming on after you on Sundays.
Oh, that might be a good time. I don't know anybody that does.
Like 6 o'clock Sunday would be good. And but I can still do impromptus when in between. And I've already had some requests of things to make.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm going to answer Barb's question. Barb is asking, what is a hop? Barb, there will be a group of us that have done a video, and the video will go live all at the same time. And then we are all doing our own video, and then in the description box, there will be a link to the next video in the series, and there will be, so that you hop around on YouTube and see everybody's channel and everybody's videos. Does that make sense? I hope so. I used to do it on my blog. We would do blog hops where each person did something, and you posted it all at the same time, and then you could hop around from one person's blog to the next person's blog. And this is on YouTube, so it's videos that you're hopping around to. If that makes sense. Yeah, Beth's stamps are really pretty too. They're gorgeous stamps, and she's doing it so neat.
We got an LOL from Mary.
No, that's a VOL, I think. And she's stamping her thing, Beth.
I see that. There she goes.
I need to rewatch your video about the tissue paper swap.
Well, the big thing is that apparently I confused a few people. You're supposed, each of the 8 sheets is the same. You use multiple images the way Beth is doing. Here, let me go back over there. See how she's put multiple images
you want
on
all 8 to be this way. See, I've got enough stamps I could do 8 separate sheets.
Well, if you so choose to do that, that's okay, I guess. It doesn't really matter to me. But
so 8 different people will have different.
Yeah. The thing of it is that it makes it more like a production for you.
Yeah, yeah.
It makes it more work for you to do it that way.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So it's up to you how you do it.
Now you can see on my paper, I've got a piece of wallpaper underneath my tissue paper, and this stamp does go through the tissue paper, and there's a little bit of black on underneath. So make sure you do it on a surface that you can wipe off, or you don't care that gets ink on.
Yeah,
and do your stamps 1 sheet at a time.
Yeah, if you Beth, if you would put copy paper under there.
Yep.
By the time you go to the next stamp, the copy paper will be dry, and you won't be having that having to pick it up all the time.
That's true. And I was just playing tonight. I don't know really what I'm doing. I'm just kind of goofing off. But so this might entice you to join the ink stamp tissue paper ink stamp swap with Tanya, because you're going to get one of these if you do.
Maybe, because it depends on how many people will be swapping.
That's true. That's true. But this is a sample of something you might get, and it'll be exciting to see what everybody else has. You know, they have pretty stamps.
Yeah. Irma, yes, that's the correct. You go to the description of the video, and there will be a link to the next video. Unfortunately, there's no way. Well, there is, but embedding a link in a video is not the easiest thing to do, and there's a few people that are not like me, a little challenged with some of that still. So I made it where we weren't going to try to do that. I had to make it easy enough so that all of us could accomplish it, if that makes sense. Jerry's wanting the crazy lady.
Queen. She wants that queen.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have to, maybe you'll get lucky to get one.
And do not expect me to remember that you want the queen. When I go to swap, I'm going to look at the images, just so you know. What I do is make sure that when I pick up off of one pile, it moves to the other pile in the proper manner. I kind of move around the table. I used to do this with little tiny pieces of fabric.
Oh, I was listening to Mary's fairy tale she told, and she dedicated to you, Tanya.
Oh, no, I've missed something.
Yep. This morning she did a fairy tale dedicated to you. And she said in the fairy tale, she was talking about little bits of fabric under the bed. And I started laughing. And Scott's like, what's going on? And I said, if Mary saw the little fabrics under the bed here, she'd laugh. Y'all would be busy with little bits of fabrics for probably 10 years.
Yeah.
That's my fabric stash for my quilting is. That's the quilting fabric is under the bed.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, Becky, my quilting fabric wouldn't fit under the bed. My son is supposedly bringing a truckload of stuff down here because he supposedly says that he's going to move. Oh, my sweetie. Thank you very much. You want to see what we're doing? Look at Mary, hold that up so Jeff can see it. Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah, that's neat.
She does really cool, intricate carving. She can't talk to you because she's in timeout. It needs,
Uh-oh.
it needs something. It needs work, she says. Show us the stamped image again, Mary.
It needs work.
Yeah, she's doing relief carving.
Oh yeah,
Stamp, yeah.
she's doing a rubber eraser. Yeah.
Yep.
So, but anyway,
Yeah.
she says it needs work. So then let's see what Beth is doing. And Beth is Joe tonight, and she's stamping her tissue paper on her tissue paper for our swap.
Okay.
And then Becky is making decorated envelopes. Hello, Lisa.
Oh, Lisa's back?
Yep, Lisa's back. I thought she wasn't going to be back at all. She could have streamed now.
Lisa, do you need a heartburn pill?
Oh, from the Mexican.
In the restaurant. So Becky's decorating envelopes, and you see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I'm doing something boring. So thank you very much.
But you're using up some of your stash.
Yeah, well, I'm using my stash that's on my table. I haven't even touched anything but what's on my table.
Scott says, "What is this stash you speak of?"
It's grown into the third room that we had that we were only going to use one.
Uh-oh.
Well, Jeffrey brought me walnuts.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have a very big dinner because we had eggs. So, I knew that I would need a little something. So, no, I didn't get on this morning, Mary. I'll have to come. We had doctor's appointments this morning. Giovanna just asked me a question. She said that the tissue paper will get creased in the business size envelope. Giovanna, once the stamp is on the tissue paper, when you go to lay it down in your collage, that crease will be just fine. Let me finish this, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. It won't make a difference that it got creased in the envelope.
Yeah, because the only problem the creasing is when you're stamping, you don't want wrinkles.
Right. If you've got wrinkles in it when you're stamping, that's when there's a problem. Oh, I gotta put this. Let me see if I can bring it in just a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Oh, now I've got 300 million things going on. I only have 6 windows open, guys, just so you know how this goes.
Jeez.
The dedication is to Tanya. Okay. It is later in the stream. Okay, Mary, I'll look. Let's take this nice black car.
That looks really nice.
What, this black car?
Her Mary's carving stamp.
Oh yeah, Mary's carving is gorgeous.
So I guess we might get lucky and get one of those if we're lucky.
We might, if she decides to participate, which would be really awesome.
We'll just have to.
Okay. So when it goes in the envelope and it gets a ugly crease in it, and I'm going to put a crease in it this way, and I'm creasing it with my thumbnail, so I don't think it'll even get creased that bad.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tanya. I thought that was Mary's pants. I thought you were Mary.
Oh, nope. So I'm really trying to crease it really good, guys. All right, now it's really creased. Okay. But when you take it out, and it's really, really bad wrinkled, and you go to put it on something, you're going to put some Mod Podge down or some glue down, whatever you're going to do. And then when you lay it down and spread it out, the wrinkles just go right away. Let's straighten it up on there. I want it on the printing just a little bit. And it's kind of like when you have a napkin, there might be a wrinkle, but it's not from the crease of it's from where the tissue wrinkles up. And I did just do that because I did it too fast. But it will be fine in your collage. Okay? Okay. Lisa, we want to know, did you get filled up? And Lisa, yes, that's Mary. She's not allowed to talk tonight.
Ooh.
Her brother is watching wrestling, so the TV was on, and so we had to mute her. Mary's going to test it again. Fajita meat and guacamole and vegetables. Mmm.
Scott's taking Friday off for my birthday. We're going to go up to Hendersonville so I can go to Iannucci's and get their sourdough sesame rolls.
Ooh, yummy.
Over on a ship. The sourdough came over on a ship from Italy many generations ago. It's so good.
That's cool looking, Mary. I can see his beard now.
She can get on. She can come in. She has to go to Tanya McGuire's channel.
Oh, okay.
That's where I am.
Well, she's taking the show.
Oh.
Oh, Mary, were you going to show us something? No. Okay.
Oh, geez. Now where is it?
You know, guys, it's a lot more fun sitting here doing this boring stuff when I'm talking to y'all than it is when I'm out here all by myself.
I don't mind watching somebody glue and paint and use up the rest of their paint on music paper. That's good.
Way too much, so I'm gonna try to put some of this back with a knife. If I can get it, because I don't want to waste my 82-cent paint.
That's right.
Yep. Lisa, I put up a video, just a little quick. You might want to do this before next Tuesday. Video. Put it up this evening. That's about the only thing I got done today. An hour-long doctor's appointment took until 2 o'clock this afternoon. We ended up running errands, so we didn't get home. Had to eat out because, of course, we went past lunchtime.
I wish we could charge them for the time we sit there waiting for them. Like, they say they'll cancel our appointment if we're 5 minutes late.
Uh-huh.
I wish I could say, look, I've been here for 4 hours. At $10 an hour, you owe me at least $40.
Yeah. Let me answer Christy's question. You stamp on the flat side. It's the best side to stamp on. If you try stamping on the shiny side once in a while, some of the tissue is a little, it has enough shiny that it makes it hard to stamp on. So I always stamp on the flat side, and I always make sure to have copy paper or something underneath. Thank you, Beth. I didn't see you answering.
That's okay. Yeah, the shiny side is so slick, half the time you end up smearing it anyway.
Right, that's it.
Or smudging it.
Lisa says that she's going to work on her mermaid journal tomorrow, and she might stream while she did it about 1 o'clock Central. And hello, Debbie. I don't know who all's here now. I keep missing a lot of the chat. I'm not paying good enough attention. And I apologize if I haven't said hello to anybody. Please, hello to all you that are here. Thanks for being here. Lisa, how are you feeling besides having gone out to dinner? Are you feeling a little better? This poor book. I have to show y'all this book. This book is just so sad. My mother gave it to me to tear up. It's like,
oh goodness.
Now, here's the thing. If you don't put Mod Podge over the top of these pages, they come right off.
Uh-oh.
That's how bad it is. Did Jerry leave? I'll bet you she did, and I didn't say goodbye. Okay, Irma, good night. Hello, Judy. Okay, that's good, Lisa. I'm glad you're feeling better.
I didn't mean to do that. Okay.
Oh, Jerry's here. Okay.
Oh, golly.
I didn't know, Jerry, because I know it's past bedtime. That's why I figured that it was almost getting past your bedtime. Becky, we actually did really well at the doctors today because we saw the nurse practitioner. Yeah, nurse practitioner, not the doctor today. But we were just doing follow-up thingies, and because we realized that Jeff was sitting in the waiting room because my appointment was at one time and his was an hour later. She had the nurse bring us both in together, and she did all of our appointment in like 45 minutes rather than him sitting there for an hour waiting.
Well, that's good.
So it worked out real well.
All right.
Debbie says she's just eating dinner and the rest of us are all, it's bedtime. Yeah, I was going to say, Jerry, he's probably been out all night, isn't he? Yeah, he was up all night. That's what she just said. I'm going to have to get more Mod Podge out. Goodness gracious.
I bought my first gallon of Elmer's glue, a whole gallon of it. I've never had to buy glue by the gallon before.
Lisa uses Elmer's glue, I think, watered down, don't you, Lisa? Is it watered down?
I put a little bit of water in mine too. I just fill up my jelly jar, and Mary told me she uses 1/4 water and 2/3 glue, and I pour a little water in mine, and it makes it spread easier.
Yeah. Well, I put a little water in the Mod Podge, but I have started, since Susan Gerald suggested putting glue in the Mod Podge, and I really think that I like it very well.
Does it make it like tacky glue, a little tacky?
Well, Mod Podge is a little tackier than glue, yeah, but the glue, it makes it less sticky when it dries. That's what I liked about it. Because my pages were kind of sticking together because it's plastic.
Yeah.
And the glue isn't as sticky, but the Mod Podge, I still like the Mod Podge for some reason. I just do. That, and I had a gallon of it. So.
Well, I was ordering from Walmart, and they'll deliver to the house now, and there's no sense in me running to Walmart just for glue if I can order it and order a bunch of other things. If you order $50 or more, it's free shipping. So I just ordered it. Have it delivered to the house.
That's cool. Then I wouldn't have to go to Walmart.
It really saves me more money because I thought Walmart's to add more to the cart.
That's why we need to start ordering at Joann's. And if we could get everything
today
delivered, right?
Order online. Order just what you need.
Yeah, Lisa uses glue just like Mary. 1/3 glue, 2/3 water. Oh yeah, Lisa, I have to stay up if I eat too late too. Mary's doing her final prints.
Yeah, her ATC boxes. Those are her ATC boxes.
Oh.
For the month.
Oh, she's going to use that around the edge. That's going to be pretty. She's showing the ATCs, girls.
Those are nice. And
the coins around the edges will be really, really cool.
She draws her ATCs, and if something comes up during the month and somebody needs an ATC or something, she'll cut it right out and give it to them.
That's cool.
Yeah. And if you send her an ATC, she puts her ATCs in that monthly book, like what Becky was doing.
Yeah, I knew she was putting her ATCs in her book. I didn't realize she had been cutting them out. I knew she tried. I knew she told me she might. So.
Oh man.
Yes, Dawn. I put Susan Gerald suggested that I put about I think it was about 1/5 glue to the Mod Podge, to 4/5 Mod Podge, and then I add just a touch of water because I've always added just a touch of water to the Mod Podge, and to make it go a little further. Now, I buy my Mod Podge in that great big gallon container, so it could be that the Mod Podge in the gallon container is thicker than in the small container. And that may be why I have to do that. I'm not sure. It makes it a little more the same kind of consistency of matte medium. That is why I like it just a little thinned down. If I had money coming out my ears, I would use matte medium instead of Mod Podge because I really like the way matte medium goes on things. But I don't have money coming out my ears, so.
Is that like the golden medium?
No.
It's like twice as much as Mod Podge.
Yeah. I usually buy Liquitex matte medium because I like the bottles. She hasn't cut any out yet, but she might.
All right, throw these in.
Jerry says, no, it's an R in there. I can't see that very well. UTRECH matte medium is the best. And I don't think I've ever seen that brand before. And Lisa said she put her golden matte medium into a different bottle because she didn't like the bottle. Jerry said she didn't spell it right. No wonder I don't know what it is. Jerry spells like I do, apparently.
Hmm. Okay.
Beth, what are is that little dancing ladies at the bottom of your paper?
They're kids.
Aha, they're children's.
They're little children. They're like little girls.
Oh, that's cute.
4 little girls. And then this one's stair step kids.
Oh, that's cute too.
Yeah. And then the other one I have is it's just their feet.
Yeah, I liked that one. Baby Crafter Kennedy, hello, welcome. We're doing an impromptu hangout. Our friend Lisa from Lisa My Eclectic Life couldn't do her stream tonight, so we decided to just come on and visit and play and just keep everybody from getting lonely. As if we needed an excuse to watch YouTube.
And there's 4 of us streaming, so every now and then they change the screen to somebody else's hand, so you're going to see other people working different things.
And it's on Mary from the Mary LTA right now, and she's her brother's watching his specialty. He watches wrestling on Tuesday nights, so we had to mute her. So we're telling everybody she's in timeout because she can't talk to us. But she's making and Mary keeps saying LOL. She's just
she's passing notes.
There you go. See, she's in timeout and she's passing notes. But she's carving a stamp, and I actually think she's about done carving it now.
Yeah, she's going to town with her stamp now.
Yeah.
The little kids holding hands is adorable.
Yes, that one is.
Yeah.
And Beth is stamping on some tissue paper. I showed you that earlier, and I'm going to show you Becky. Becky is
doing envelopes.
Yeah, she's making envelopes.
Got to make the mail lady happy at the post office. You haven't brought any pretty envelopes in.
Well, I send so much mail out too. Sometimes I make my mailman little gifts, and I put just for you for having to put up with me.
Well, I take most of my mail to the post office because I don't trust them. The mailbox here. It's not the mailman.
Yeah. I bought a scale, so I weigh everything, and I've never had anything returned. So I've done so far so good.
Well, I have a postage scale too because I send out boxes of beads and stuff. But I just take all my packages to the post office.
Don't worry about somebody grabbing them.
Well, see, Becky, that's the reason we don't send things that are important here because we've had some trouble with that.
Oh, dear.
Not in our box, but in the neighborhood across the big road. I always call it across the big road. They caught somebody going through the mailboxes. So.
That's sad, you know.
Yep, it is. And I am about to finish the 4th piece of cardboard. And I think I'm going to stop doing that then. I think that will be enough, at least to get started. And then I think I will work on my little paper tubes for a bit. That and the fact that I'm running out of Mod Podge and I don't feel like going and filling up my container right now. We haven't had quite as much rain, so it's been a little drier.
I'll give you some.
Yeah. I mean, we got some pretty good rain yesterday, but it didn't rain long enough to flood the yard, which was nice. Jeff didn't have to get out the sump pump.
This is the thing that's happening here. It's been raining so much. The trees in the woods are just falling over because the ground is so saturated. Their roots are all loose.
Yep.
So the next windstorm that comes through, all these trees come down. Talk about freaking the cats out.
Lisa says she's going to take something. She would take it. I'm not sure what you said that I missed.
The rain.
Oh, the rain. Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful, Beth. That's just gorgeous.
I do have a piece of foam, fun foam, children's foam underneath this wallpaper. It gives it a little cushy feeling. So when I stamp, all of the important parts get on the paper. The ink gets on the important parts.
I use a silicone baking mat.
Yeah, something squishy.
Yeah. And I just got Mod Podge on my ink box because I'm still being such a mess.
And a lot of times when I have a big stamp, if it's bigger than my hand, I literally lay it down, and then I actually put the weight of my whole body on the stamp so that the middle of it will get on the paper. And sometimes if you just barely do a tiny rock, just barely rock, not really move it, but just push real hard, then that way you'll get the whole benefit of the stamp. Hopefully I won't be lying to you, right? And there she is. She didn't come out real dark.
Is your pad getting a little bit dry because it's been open for a while underneath your light?
I've got some, I think I got another bottle of it to put in on it.
Mm-hmm. Well, and if you've got lights on, sometimes they'll dry out.
Yeah.
Things will dry out.
But there's a lot of action on this stamp.
Yeah.
Lines. But I use my black more than any of the other colors, and it's probably getting tired.
Well, at one time I had I had 3 inkers for everything I owned, but not anymore because I haven't been able to find re-inkers for these distress ink pads, and I thought I had for my stays on pads. I thought I had re-inkers for those, and I can't find them, so I guess I don't. Mary says she's going to be right back. And Jerry is in bed. She's watching us from bed.
Somebody's looking for something. What's Judy looking for?
The matte medium that Jerry told us about, she gets it at Dick Blick.
I'll be right back. I got a cat at the door.
Okay.
Herding cats.
Okay. Last cardboard for tonight. I'm going to go do something else. Yeah, Lisa, it's worth buying re-inkers for the ones you use a lot. Now, back when I did Stampin' Up, I had to have all my colored inks too because I would use them for parties. But then that was, you know, let's see, 15, 16 years ago.
Tanya, I go to the secondhand store a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I found some of this in the office supplies, Sanford roll-on. And I don't know if it's anything good, but there's a whole bottle of it.
Is it permanent?
Well, it doesn't say.
See, that would be my only concern is that if it's dye-based ink, it's not permanent.
Don't know. I guess I could test it.
Put it on a piece of tissue paper, just a little drop of it on a piece of tissue paper, let it dry real good, and then wet it down. If it doesn't bleed, then it's permanent.
Oh, with water? Okay. I can do that.
It has to dry real good first.
Okay.
And it might need to dry overnight.
Okay.
All right.
But this is something I can remember using in the offices whenever I worked in an office, and we'd ink our, your paid and your little stamps you used to use.
And likely as not, it's permanent, but it's hard to tell unless you test it. Joan, I'm glad. We're just goofing off. Kathy's comment is that it looks like the brand they used to re-ink the teller stamp pads at the bank back in the day. So her guess is it's permanent. And I'm guessing too.
Well, if that's the case, we're in luck.
Yeah.
Well, I've got it here. I'm going to let this dry here just a minute. It's still a little damp.
Yeah, it might need to dry for several minutes. I used to get to go to Dick Blick when we lived in Omaha. I loved going to Dick Blick. That was when we would go to see my son after we moved to South Dakota. I always got to go and go to Dick Blick, and that was just, it was a special treat. But now I don't get to go because we don't have one.
I think it's permanent. It's not. It's not real dry, but I think it's permanent. It
looks kind of like it is. I would guess it is.
So that's good, because there's a whole bottle of it, and I think I only paid $1 for it at the Goodwill.
Well, Jerry, if we get time, we're going to come and visit you, but I don't know that we'll get time. It'll all depend on the weather in the fall.
Mary went for more cookies.
Mary went for more cookies? Yeah, I think so.
Had already half a dozen.
Nope, she went and got something else, I see.
Okay.
Looking for a
big glass of milk.
Looking
I've been on
postage
stamp.
Cancellation.
to carve.
Oh, yeah.
Mary.
That'd be really cool, Mary.
Google it. Google it. You can find them.
Barbara, yes, Joe is Beth because she's on her big computer, and Becky, Aunt Beck is Rebecca tonight because she came in through Google. It's the way you come in. Oh, and she's only going to carve it for Jerry. She's not going to carve it for the rest of us, just for Jerry.
Well, we see how it is. It's all right.
She just put up her figures like, yeah, you know, she's going to have to carve it 50 billion times if she takes care of all of us.
If you ever, I guess, Barbara, I just started streaming last week, and I'm just learning all the bells and whistles about recording and stuff. And I will eventually give you all my email address, and my email address is Beth's Joe. So that kind of makes sense now, doesn't it?
Well, and the other question Barbara had is if your tissue, if it was too hard, she's got a piece of fun foam underneath her, Barbara.
Yep. I've got some kitty foam under there.
Jerry says she begged. That's how she got it. I'm gonna go over here to me for a minute because
Okay.
Earlier I asked if anybody had used this re-stick glue because I got these really cheap today. I got two glue sticks for 90 cents, which is pretty cheap. But I only bought the one package because I was afraid it might be not so good. I tested it earlier, and I'm going to test to see if it's going to come off the paper when you put water over it. That's my plan here, to test it to see if it comes up. Because, you know, I don't want that to happen. And I didn't get it down on the edge real well, but it seems to be pretty good. Well, you can push the edge up with, yep. Yeah, it's not going to work. I can peel the paper off with water. So that answers that question. Doesn't work. So we don't want to use this kind if you're going to do anything wet over the top of it. I won't be going back to the store for 50 more of them. That's the answer. The store, I got some extreme glues last year from this one store called Dirt Cheap, and I had hoped maybe I could find some more of those today, and they didn't have any. So that's one of those, oh well, not going to worry about it. Mindy, yeah, you don't need to sign up for the swap. You just need to make sure that your pages, your tissue is to me by April 15th. So that gives you quite a bit of time to get them here. I don't know if it's Becky, but I think it might be Becky. Becky Z, hello. I'm glad you're here. We're just goofing off and hanging out. Our friend Lisa couldn't stream tonight. She's up there. Lisa, my eclectic left. She normally streams on Monday night, and she had something she had to go to, and so she couldn't stream. So we're just kind of goofing off. Yeah, Barbara, that Elmer's Extreme is really good. Becky, is that you tapping?
No, that was me. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I just wondered what it was.
I was trying to get ink on this.
On that stamp. Okay.
I don't know why, but it seems like the harder you pound, maybe the more ink goes on, but I don't think it's true.
Suze, yeah, it says you can re-stick it for up to 5 minutes. So that means you can peel it and pick it up and put it back down.
A long time to dry.
So, but it's been on there for over an hour, and now it's coming up. Oh, I hope they don't discontinue the extreme.
We should all write to them.
Yeah. Becky, is it Becky Z? Is that how you say it with the C's being a K? If it isn't, I'm sorry. I apologize. I do a stream on Sunday. My channel's sort of art journaling, mixed media kind of thing. I do a stream on Sunday, and we've been doing, I'll show you. I don't know, there's a few other new people that were here earlier. They may not still be here. We've been doing a project called Totally Junk Journal. Oh, I guess I have to put it on me if I'm gonna let you say it. Okay, it is correct. Thank you. Anyways, my journal is totally junk mail or junk images out of magazines. Now, some of the girls use cardstock and things like that they have, and I don't care what you use, but we do different projects every Sunday, and we do it in a form where you can add it to your book. Like this is actually 2 weeks worth because I had the page, so we put two weeks together. But then right now my cover is really just temporary. I'm just got them elastic in there because I haven't finished, so I'm not sewing them in until later. But like 2 weeks ago, we did a flipped page. It's called a waterfall flip. And yesterday we did a pop-up, which you can't really see when you're not in front of it. There we go. Sorry, Jerry. Yep, thank you. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I bumped my mouse, guys. Hold on just a second. I lost my pictures. There we go. Is that better? This was once when we did paper piecing. There's some more paper piecing. This is when we did a niche. You can't see mine real well on camera but it's sunk down in so that these bottle caps sit level. These are flattened. More paper piecing. We did these windows. I called them Art Deco windows, and this is another Art Deco window that I put color behind. More paper piecing. Some weaving stuff that we did. That's just it. Oh, we did these fun belly bands. We do tags. This is a pop-up that has a bag in it that makes out of a bag. This is just it's just tucked in around it. This is just a little notebook piece that we did, and it's envelopes, and it tucks into a flip out folded piece. Some more tags. So we've been doing this project now 21 weeks, guys. Is that what I said yesterday? Next week will be our 22nd week that we've been doing this project. And I try to do something different, but it's all minimal supplies and minimal expense. You can do it with junk mail. So that's one of the things I do. Lisa and Becky and Mary is the Mary LTA. She's the fourth silent person here today. They do like prompted things. Mary's been doing a prompted doodle. Lisa and Becky do. Lisa usually does a pick 10. Becky does a dirty dozen. Things like that. Jerry does recycling videos, recycled art videos. Beth, who is our fourth tonight, I'll pop over there. She's Joe tonight, but her channel's Beth Schuler. And Beth, if you could type it in when you get a chance so that they can link to it. She's just new to streaming, but she does art journaling and stuff like that too, mixed media. And Becky, we're real glad you're here. Oh, Mary. Mary is our fourth, and she's, like I said, she's silent. She's over here carving stamps. Mary, will you show the one you carved earlier? Because I don't think Becky was here when you did it. It's like 2 coins, one on top of the other, that she just carved. She's going to show you her stamp off. And Mary does a doodling.
She buys these special white erasers, and she's got a set of carving tools, and she has done several stamps. She makes a lot of them, and she's very good at it, and they're just adorable. And this particular one, it looks like 2 coins, but she's done other stamps.
Oh yeah, she does. She carves often. Actually, I think she did a thing in December where it was.
It's a carve daily.
Yeah, she carved a stamp daily. Yeah, she does really interesting things, Becky. So we all are in that general vein. I started to tell you. Let's see. Lisa streams Monday night at 7 Central. Becky streams Wednesday night at
7 Eastern.
7 Eastern. Mary streams early in the morning on Tuesdays and Thursdays, like at 4:30 in the morning, and then Friday night, is it at 6:30 Central, guys?
7:30.
7:30 Central. I stream on Sunday afternoons at, well, Sunday noon time. Noon Central. Those are our fixed dates. Beth is hunting a fixed date. Guys, have I forgotten anybody that has a solid, that streams all the time? I'm asking you, Becky, and
I can't think of anybody else at the moment.
I watch a variety of people. And
well, there's lots of people that I watch that stream and have
in this group. That's all I know of.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of us, and we hope you'll come back. Oh well, thank you, Lynn.
We kind of follow each other around, like little puppy dogs.
Well, Becky, art is really good. It's good for your soul, I think. I really think so. So.
Good, clean fun.
There you go.
I was thinking of sharing how to do an explosion box on Wednesday night if anybody's interested.
Oh, that'd be fun.
So you'll need to bring probably 3 or 4 sheets of 12 by 12 cardstock.
Okay. We need to post
plain cardstock.
Plain cardstock?
Plain cardstock, like black, white, or craft.
Okay. But 12 by 12 sheets.
Yeah. We could do them with a smaller, but the box would be really small.
Okay.
I mean, you know.
Oh, and Becky, and anybody else who's new, Lisa and Mary and I are going to do a hangout thing this month, and I posted a video about it earlier today. We're going to do a paper tube book. Becky said, Rebecca, Aunt Beck, Becky says she's interested because she has no idea what an explosion box is. So you might want to tell her what it is.
It's nothing dangerous.
It's like confetti, isn't it? Or,
Yeah.
Treats.
Not really. It's nothing really pops out. It just pops open.
Oh, okay. I was thinking, little sparkly things or little favors or something.
Isn't it the way you fold it, Becky, that it makes it pop up?
Not really.
Not really. Okay.
It's you take the lid off and it just falls open.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about now. I had a different thing in my head when you said that.
It seems everybody did.
Okay, who's sounding funny?
Lisa, have you noticed Beth sounds like you?
Well, Lisa's in
kind of sound like.
I think she's talking about accent.
Accents.
Yes.
I have a West Virginia accent.
Oh.
Okay, guys. Becky says she's not afraid of danger. She has 4 sons and a husband.
Oh, those envelopes really turned out nice.
Yeah. I just keep going. I just keep adding stuff. Usually I'll hand paint something on them too. Like one time I did snowmen and one time I did I can't remember, a baby. I can't remember who I sent the little baby to, but he was peeking out and he had a little curl on the top of his head. That envelope turned out good.
Oh, that sounds cute, Becky.
So,
Lisa, I did flatten my toilet paper tubes with my big kick, and man, that worked real nice.
it is hard to stop, and I still have yellow here, so I'm going to add some yellow now.
Oh, Mary, that's looking really cool.
Yeah, that's going to be your pattern design.
And the rubber eraser is going to be the perfect size.
Yeah.
Holly says she has 1 daughter, 3 sons, and a husband, and the daughter's more dangerous. So, and my dad had 2 little girls and me, so he had all the danger he could handle with me, and so he managed to have 2 little girls afterwards.
Well, I chickened out after 1.
I was lucky I had 1, so I was never supposed to have 1 in the first place. So that was real interesting when that happened.
Well, I wouldn't trade the 1 I got, so.
I wouldn't either. I would not either.
He and I are going to go see the Rocky Horror Picture Show at the old car race place next week.
That's fun.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
We've never been anywhere where I could take whatever for that.
Did you hear me?
No, what?
She's going to go see the movies with her son and his new girlfriend.
Oh,
He doesn't have, he said a young lady might show up. I told him, I said, if the young lady shows up, I'll be sitting by myself.
now that's not going to be fair.
Well, he's doing all this online dating stuff. And I told him, I said, you need to just quit messing with that because so far they've all been duds.
Yeah. Becky, where do I sound like I'm from?
where do you sound like you're from?
Yeah, she said she likes my accent because it makes her feel like she's at home.
Oh. Oh, that one is a pretty stamp too.
Yeah, that is so pretty.
This is a hard one to get down, but I think for some reason, it doesn't go real black.
Probably because the lines are so fine.
I guess. I keep, patting it. But it even has a piece of map paper a piece of a map in the background. It says postcard on it. So I guess that's why. And
are you sure you're not hearing Beth, Becky? Because Beth is from West Virginia. Now, I'm living in Florida, but I'm from Michigan. But my accent is strange because I'm from all over. Girls, do you think I sound like I'm from the South?
I'm from the Appalachians.
That was Beth. She says maybe she was hearing you.
Might have been.
Well, I'm from New York, but not the city. And everybody says, "Oh, you're from New York." And I'm like, "What are you thinking?" And they say, "Bright lights, big city." I was like, "No, think all green and cows."
Country.
Then you've got it.
Where in New York are you from, Becky?
A little town called Green near Binghamton.
Okay.
Upstate.
Upstate, clear upstate.
Not to Niagara Falls or Canadian border, but near where it's about an hour north of Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Okay, I know where you're talking.
But I'm in South Carolina now. And I've been down here since July of 1982.
Holly, the camera stuff is really, if you're gonna do when you start, and do not get the one I've got because I hate it. But a Logitech camera you can get for under $100, and you can make videos and do live streams with a Logitech web camera, and you don't have to spend that much even.
I paid $69 for mine.
Okay, and what did you get, Beth?
A Logitech 922.
Okay, you paid less for yours than I paid for mine because mine was about $90, but it was a 922. The thing is,
and they had two of them though. There was a 922 and a 922X. One of them came with a little tripod, and mine did not.
Okay,
so
and I have the 922X, and that was the only one I could get local at the time. But I would go to the 920, which is what Lisa has, I think, and Becky has. The 922 has some little odd software problems that if I were buying again, I'd buy a 920. But you can do that, and you can do all of it with that. Yeah, Lisa has a 920, and I really think the 920 would have been a better choice.
And I also use a Snowball Blue microphone instead of the camera.
And so far, I haven't even gotten a microphone. Kathy, I'm actually from Michigan, and so I don't sound like I'm from Michigan because, let's see, I haven't lived in Michigan since, let's see, I graduated from college in 81. I went back for all of maybe a year, so 1982 or so. But we have moved since I came back to Pensacola to be with my husband. We have lived all over the country. We lived here for a little while. Then we went to Texas, and when you're tired, you're tired, you're tired. But I went to school in Southern Illinois, which, funny, that their accent is very different from down here south. Very different from Texas. And then we went to, let's see, we went from here to Alabama. No, we went from here to Texas, back here, then to Alabama, then to Nebraska, then to South Dakota, and now back here. So my accent is because every time we move somewhere, I pick up something else. So.
Did you move because it was work related?
Yes. My husband was federal civil service, and when you want to get a better job, you have to move. It's the only way to go up the ladder is to move. Yeah, Lisa, I just used the mic that's on my camera too. And Mary, yeah, the 9:30. Everyone says the 9:30 is fabulous too. The 9:30 is a little more expensive. Ooh, that was nasty. That was paint, guys. That was not me. Mary wants to see. Oh, okay. Is it not on, Mary? Yeah, I talk funny.
We see you, Mary. We can see you. Yeah, you cut your stamp out. Now that's her drawing, and she's going to put it on top of the eraser and try to carve it.
Oh, dang. Look she put both cancel. There's like 2 cancellations in it. Mary, that's fabulous.
And I think she's just literally going to try to put that on the eraser. I don't know if she's going to transfer that or try to copy it. She might try to use it as a stamp. And
what she usually does is rub it.
Yeah, she's going to rub it on there.
Mm-hmm.
And then she can use her special little tools to carve it out. She's zooming in. She's getting ready to show you how she's carving it.
I'm going to mute so I can use my heat gun.
Okay.
She's using her bone folder. She inked it real hard with an ink pen and got it real good and juicy. And then she cut it out and she's rubbing it onto her eraser.
She didn't use an ink pen. I don't think she used that pencil.
She used a smudge pencil, okay,
Mm-hmm.
to billow probably. And there it transferred a little bit. But she's so good, she could carve it out. She can draw it, draw it again. She's good.
And Becky, that's one of the reasons why I do the Totally Junk Journal project on Sunday, is so that people who do not have everything can play. We use very few fancy tools.
Yeah, doesn't cost anything. Little bit of glue.
Yeah, stick glue, like 3 different glues.
Junk mail.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of junk mail.
Well, and our hangout project is not going to require a lot of fancy tools either this time. It, paper tubes and paint. Probably a hole punch for me because I'm going to bind mine. Lisa, are you going to put rings on yours, or have you decided? I don't know. Mary must be doing something else, guys.
It's writing backwards so that the cancel comes up right. She has to write it out. She has to write it backwards. She says, yes, what Beth said. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I know what she said.
Yep. And Lisa's going to use rings or ribbon and jute. She had to figure it out. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She had to figure out what it was going to look like backwards, yeah. And if any of you have not subscribed to Mary Altier's channel, you need to. She comes up with some unique things that even if it's just putting a little bit of water in the glue, she tells you how it is, you know. She doesn't hold anything back. She really tells you some good tips of how to do things. Oh, you're welcome, Mary. She is a art lover, and she
hold on one second, Beth.
Yeah.
Holly says, Mary, check your N. The letter N. She said she thinks, is the N going the right direction? Because the N looks like it's normal, and yeah, your N is not backwards. That one is, but the second one, look at the second N.
The name is, yeah, after the Y or before the Y. That's an M.
Oh, okay, okay.
But this other one looks like an N.
Okay. Holly just wanted you to check it, Mary.
But she goes to like the Smithsonian museums, and she'll look up artwork, and she loves to explore patterns off of old clothes and off of china and pottery and things, and look up ancient doodles and how they used to write things and mimic those things. And she's very educational, very educational. And she's had a lot of art classes and things in college, I think. Whereas I haven't. I'm just self-taught. Yes, I'm talking you up, Mary. You deserve it.
Oh,
we got to put in a few words for you. She's a doodler. Yeah, that's right. She likes to doodles.
Good night, Becky. I didn't see she was leaving. Okay. She's headed to bed, and I think Jerry's about to crash.
Okay.
So, anybody who needs to go, good night. If you haven't, I would appreciate a thumbs up. That would be very nice. Thank you.
You know, every time you use a thumbs up, it not only helps Tanya, but it also tells YouTube what kind of things you like to watch. And when they recommend videos for you, this is one of the key factors that helps them decide what to give you in recommendations. So it's really good to use the thumbs up. It helps both of you.
It narrows down what shows up on your recommendation stream is the biggest thing.
Well, let them know what you like.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, it's just like on Netflix when you choose movies. Too. I would get that so wrong writing backwards. I'd have to write it on tissue paper and turn it over. Okay, Jerry's down to 10%, so she's headed to bed.
Good night, Jerry.
Oh, Becky said she would be back. Okay. Beth, can you see how many people is watching? I can't from where I'm at.
There's 36.
Wow.
Oh.
There's a bunch of you that aren't tired yet.
We're famous.
Yeah.
My husband's getting the biggest kick that I'm doing this.
Oh, really?
He's the one who encouraged me to do it. He says, Beth, you should stream. You're just as good as they are. I said, well, I don't know. I'll try.
Well, I agree with him.
It's a hobby.
That's right.
He says, if you're going to be on here anyway, watching them, you might as well be showing everybody how to do it.
Yeah, you might as well be playing with us.
That's right.
So.
Because I've been doing it for a long time.
Well, I have to tell you, I stunned my son that last time I spoke to him. When I told him that I had over 1,000 subscribers, he was like, "You what?" He said, "I didn't know you had a channel." I said, "Well, I started less than, when I got my 1,000." I said, "I started, and in a year's time, I had 1,000." And he said, "I can't believe that, Mom." He was like, "So it's like, oh, you're kidding me, right?" I'm like, "Nope, I'm not." So, and I've impressed my little nephew. That was another thing. My little nephew was impressed, and that makes me happy. That I have a YouTube channel, and they think it's funny. I agree with you, Holly. Those envelopes are gorgeous.
This is not working like it usually does, and I think it's because this is metallic paint. Usually I get a perfect little dot, and these is making donuts. So, oh well. Got donut circles on there instead.
Beth, did you see Lisa's comment?
Not yet.
She says, "Tell your husband thank you."
Oh, I will. Yeah, he bought me he had to buy me the camera. I mean, I could have videoed with my phone, but it only works for 3 minutes until it gets hot and it kicks off. So I had to have the video camera. But that's the only thing I think we've had to buy.
I was going to say, I mean, there's a lot of channels out there that just use their phone. And
well, my phone is over 10 years old.
Mine's close
and
to
I'd
that.
have to buy a new phone. It was cheaper to buy the camera. And my phone works, so
Jerry says her kids are amazed anybody watches her. That's mean, Jerry. We're going to smack them. I don't know. We just might have to smack those children. At least that time the gesso didn't come out in a poof. I haven't been putting this on me very much because it's kind of boring. But all I'm doing is getting ready for next Tuesday. So
smash your toilet paper or paper towel rolls and paint them with gesso, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and possibly hunt up some small images. The size of the tube means that the images need to be pretty small. And I am painting or gessoing inside the one edge. I'm not doing the other edge because that end won't show, but I am doing this edge because I may put some little half circles and things in some of them for my tabs and my tags. So when the tags go in, so I am gessoing inside, 1/2 an inch to 3/4 of an inch. So.
Good night, Jerry. Oops.
Yes, clear will be fine. I didn't see the question come up, Lisa. Thank you for answering it. I just have white. So you was it Lori Marie's book that she used black, I think? I'm not going to use black on this because it would just use up all my black gesso for this particular project.
Huh?
But yeah, it's just so the paint doesn't soak in this cardboard because this cardboard really sucks up the paint.
See you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.
He was in there singing in the kitchen, and he was singing to his mother.
That's the only way I could get my mom off the phone.
he was singing to her.
Aw.
Oh,
She loves her boy, that's for sure.
You know, I'm a bad girl. I didn't call my mama today. Ooh, ooh, ooh. While we were out to the doctor's office, we got a call from the tax guy, and he needed a bunch of different stuff that I've never had to have before. So I came home and spent a lot of time on the computer and digging through papers.
been there, done that.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I've told a few of you all, but I do like 4 sets of taxes. I do 3 people's myself, and I take mine to tell somebody else. But you know, I have to do all the work to take it to somebody else. All he really does is put it in the right spot.
Yeah.
And I think they changed a lot of new stuff this year, didn't they?
Yeah, and it really helped for my mom and Jeff's brother especially. It helped considerably with their amount due. I managed to get my brother-in-law a refund for the first time. Of course, part of that was his in the past not getting enough taken out.
Yeah.
You know, he has income from more than one place, and
Right.
so they weren't each place was only taking enough out for them instead of the conglomerate of all 3. And the first year I did his were crazy because he had that silly Obamacare I had to fight with. But we've outgrown that, thank heavens.
Can you see the girl?
Is that a girl?
It's a fairy.
Oh. Oh yeah, I can see the guy and the
See her
girl
wings?
Okay,
there.
pencil. Oh, she's Pennsylvania. No, it's not Pennsylvania. I'm trying to read what she's saying.
Her hair is flowing over the moon.
Oh, that's a moon. I thought that was a guy.
No, it's a fairy. She's got wings.
Yeah, Pennsylvania. She missed a V.
We're doing a tissue paper swap, and
Oh.
and everybody wants my tissue paper. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Well, I'm sure I'm glad y'all got on the
YouTube.
YouTube tonight because I thought Beth was going to kind of go out on me there today, last night. She's been sicker than a dog.
They don't know that.
Oh no.
I'm all better.
Okay.
I have a little bit of issues. I don't normally get sick.
So when you do it well.
I do. That was the first. Yeah, it almost sent me to the ER.
Oh golly.
Oh,
I was within seconds of calling. But I survived.
I need to make you wooden things for those.
I've got plastic ones.
well, we're glad you're better.
Yeah, I'm all better. But Joe was the nurse who healed me, really. He's my nurse.
I love those mushrooms. That's beautiful.
Oh, let me see if I can show you this one. It is so cute. It's a rubber stamp, and it's not on a wooden block yet.
Yeah.
And it was in the stash. It was $5.99. It was in the box. But
Oh, I see the fairy.
it's like a fairy, and her hair overflows over the moon.
Oh.
And then there's some mushrooms.
Well, that's really cool. Now then, Beth, I'm going to show you something. Okay, I'm going to go to me. This stuff, this tack it over and over. It's repositional adhesive, temporary hold for things. You
Yeah.
can put a little tiny bit of this on, smooth it out with your finger on the back of that rubber stamp, and it will turn it into a cling stamp that will stick to one of those clear acrylic blocks.
I've got like a whole drawer of just those acrylic square things that came with these stamps.
Right. And this stuff, a
Yeah.
tiny little bit of it will make a stamp so sticky that it'll stick to that forever. I swear.
That's great. Yeah.
You have to pull it off. Now, it was a little hard to find here in town, but it's Aileen's Tack It Over and Over.
I see.
And you put it on and just put a little bit on and then smooth it out with your finger or with something that you can smooth it out with.
Okay.
So that it's not thick, and it will stick to those acrylic blocks really well. I'm pulling all my wood blocks off.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. They take up too much space.
I know.
I haven't gotten to that particular project yet, but I have. That's why I got that Tack It Over and Over again.
Yeah. Well, that'll work. Yeah, this was a brand new little stamp, and then I've only used it 2 or 3 times, and I just wipe it off real good and stick it back in the cellophane bag.
Mm-hmm.
And but it's easy to use. I haven't had any trouble when I do stamp it, so that's the good part.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, Holly, and sometimes your cling stamps, usually if you just wash them, those clear cling stamps,
yeah.
if you just wash them, they will come out where you can they'll start sticking again.
Yeah.
But sometimes they won't, and you can use that Tack It Over and Over on the clear stamps, but be very careful not to use very much, because I'll tell you what, that stuff is sticky.
Yeah. Okay, I will. I'll get some, because I've got some similar to that, but it's jewelry. It's for jewelry, and it's something like E6000, and it dries real clear, and it's for jewelry making.
Yeah, but that's permanent, isn't it?
Yeah, but that was permanent. But
yeah, this is designed to, once you let it dry, it's designed to to make it into a sticky note, basically.
Yeah, I can see that. Have you given her snack?
It's too late.
Deborah, the tissue paper rolls, the toilet paper rolls. Let me go back over here. We are going to do a hangout. Lisa and Mary and I are doing a hangout. The first one is next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central. It's the 12th. On my channel, we're going to make a paper tube roll book, and I just posted on my channel a little blurb about the book, and gave you some videos to peek at, so that you know kind of what we're going to do, so that if you want to play along. And what I'm doing right now is just putting gesso on them, because the cardboard of the tissue paper rolls it sucks up the paint really bad. So if you gesso it, then the paint will not soak in quite so bad. Becky, good night, and I'm so glad you came and joined us. But I just posted the little project video and the dates and all that stuff on my channel. I don't know, about 5:30 this evening. I managed to get that done this afternoon. That was about the only thing I got accomplished this afternoon. And we are just goofing off, as the rest of us are just goofing off playing here tonight. Deborah, I think we're all going to possibly use different things. I'm actually going to sew mine together with oh, that string I like to use. waxed linen. I'm probably going to put mine together with waxed linen. Lisa said she thought she might be going to use ribbon or jute to tie hers together. So there's going to be a variety of ideas and things to do it. And we are going to add some little pieces to, at least I'm going to add some little pieces to the bottom and make tags and pockets and things like that.
And Tanya, mention that video that you made about, did you do a video, an intro video?
Yes, I did. And you know what, guys? I'm going to go get the, well, actually, Lisa, could you grab that link and post it for me?
There are three other videos that she clipped on to this video that you can go watch and see other girls make toilet paper rolls booklets. And all three of them are all different, all unique, and all very inspirational to watch. So they'll put you in the mood for sure.
And Deborah, yes, I'm Tanya, and this, you're hanging out on my channel, but Lisa, My Eclectic Life, is actually going to post you a link straight to that video. And we're going to start Tuesday the 12th at 7 p.m. if you want, on my channel, if you want to play along. There we go. Deborah, there's the link for you. Thank you so much, Lisa. I'll tell you what, I've got 3 windows open right now. I don't know why I have so many tonight. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. But, and so I am just gessoing all my little toilet paper tubes right now is what I'm doing. Oh, and that one was up. No, I shouldn't have done that one. I shouldn't have moved that one. Oh, let's see if I can stand it up. There we go. Dang, she's almost got that one finished.
Oh, it looks good too.
Great, Deborah. We'll be glad that you're going to come and play along with us.
Well, it's looking like March is going to be a lot of fun as far as videos and hops and that kind of stuff.
I think so. We just have to keep making each month fun. The only thing is, is that Lisa and I were thinking about it. You know, that makes us stream like 6 times a month or 7 times a month. That's good and it's bad.
Yeah.
It's a good thing my husband helps with the housework. I shouldn't say that. It's a good thing that my husband does the housework. That's how it goes around here. Mindy says that March is National Craft Month.
Well, there you go. I remember that from when I worked at Michael's and Joann's. That's the bad thing about working at those kind of places. All that stuff sticks in your brain.
I bet you didn't bring very much of that paycheck home.
No comment.
It can't be any worse than working at a Bernina dealership.
Yeah.
Especially one that's a fabric store.
Oh, gosh. I used to have so much fabric, and I gave a whole bunch to a lady that she was teaching young girls how to sew, and I just gave her a whole bunch of my fabric. I said, Brenda, go at it.
I gave away a lot before we moved down here. And I still have way too much, but it's hard to give it up because I know it's the minute I give it up, it's something I'm going to want.
Tanya, this is what I've found. The fabric I bought years ago is so much better quality than what they have in that store right now.
Oh, yeah.
When I've gone shopping lately, it's like, this is just blooming ridiculous. I'm paying $14 from fabric. I can hold up and see everything. Mm-hmm. And yet they don't sell slips as often as they used to. There's a very few selection on a slip.
Mm.
If you go looking for a slip, so you know you're not showing everybody what you're wearing underneath your dress.
Yeah.
Drives me crazy.
Well, I'm going to tell you a secret. There's not a single dress in my closet. I used to have one. And when we moved from South Dakota, I said, I haven't worn this thing in 6 years. I'm not going to wear it now. I'm not going to ever wear it again. And I got rid of it, and there isn't a single one in my closet. I have one pair of good dress pants. They're black. You know why I have them? Because every once in a while I have to go to a wedding or a funeral, and they'll do. So
there you go.
Other than that,
ditto. I got a ditto on that.
Yeah, it's blue jeans and t-shirt city.
Shorts and flip-flops down here.
Well, I had an umbilical hernia for a really long time, so jeans hurt so bad.
Oh, mm-hmm.
But I've gotten it fixed now, so now I just need to lose the remaining junk I got on my waist, and then maybe I'll think about fitted type pants again.
Deborah, Mary uses something called a polymer type eraser that she really likes. She does, when she carves big stamps, there she goes, she's going to show it to you. It's called a high polymer eraser from Pentel, and she really likes those to carve when she's carving small ones. I have seen her carve the big pink rubber from Speedball too, and I think she's reaching for that, because when she needs a bigger stamp piece, she has to go for that. But she really likes those high polymer erasers because they carve real nice.
The pink erasers don't carve nearly as good as those white ones.
Yeah.
That the pink ones have a tendency, in the experience I've had with them, is they crumble. And I don't like that.
But that's the erasers, not the Speedball stuff, right?
That's right. That's just a pink eraser.
Yeah.
Because I tried a pink eraser and it didn't work out too good.
Holly, I've carved linoleum before, and erasers would be a heck of a lot easier to carve. Becky, when I had my surgery, I had a spot. One of my incisions was right where my jeans bothered it. So it took a while before buttoning my jeans was comfortable, but that's all over.
Yeah. You can't even see where I had a single incision, like at the top of my belly button, like a upside down letter C. And he pushed everything back in through that tiny hole. I don't know how he did it, but he did.
Kind of like a little tummy tuck there.
Well, I wish it had been a tummy tuck. He didn't take anything with it. He just pushed everything back. So all of my organs are back inside where they belong instead of out. But
now it's not funny, Becky.
Do what?
It's not funny.
Oh.
I'm sorry. But the way you said it, it was cute.
Well, I could tell when it had gone too far when I was unloading the truck one day, and I could feel organs coming out past it. So it's kind of scary when it happens. So
I would think
I got it fixed.
I would think so.
Now, Scott,
Deborah, did you have a question that we missed?
Did we have one?
No, she took out something. It got her comment got retracted, and I hope that I didn't do that.
Oh, I don't think so.
River City.
They might have done it themselves.
Okay.
You can do it yourself, yeah.
Okay.
I think is Lisa on the keto diet?
Yes.
Yeah.
So am I. I've been on the keto diet since October, and it was so hard over Christmas, but I didn't cheat. But it's a lifestyle change on your food, and I basically do not eat any grains, which is no bread, no flour, no grains, and no sugar in my diet.
Ah, okay, Debbie.
Did you all see this one?
What does it say?
Wait a minute, it's going to focus here.
I gave up shopping because it was something.
I gave up shopping once, and it was the worst 15 minutes of my life.
The only place I like to go shopping is the craft store. When it comes to clothes, I hate clothes.
Oh, I despise clothes shopping.
Oh, that's cute, Deborah. Beth. Bleh, sorry. I'm just going to let y'all read Debbie's comment. I'm not going to repeat it. Oh, yeah, Lisa, I guess I like to shop at the thrift stores. That is fun. We went today.
How it happens.
Yeah, that's right. We went today to the store, the dirt cheap store. That's where I found those extreme glue sticks last year. They haven't had them again, but for some unknown reason, they had a ton of school supplies. So I was able to get, I think I got 27 composition notebooks, because the art association that Irma and I were talking about the meeting, every fall they do a service project that they decorate the composition books for the homeless shelters, for the kids that are, you know, going into school that don't have anything, and this way they have something that's personal. So we decorate the composition notebooks, and they had them for 25 cents a piece. So I bought all I could find.
That was a good deal.
Which was 27 of them. I only managed to find 12 at Walmart last year, so that was a good find. Both ends first and the middle last. You know, Lisa, that would be really nice, because the middle is where I have everything. Mine's all in the middle. As long as my health is good, guys, I don't care how much I weigh. That's how I feel about it. But when it affects how I feel and I don't feel well, or affects how I can move, that's when it bothers me. And since we saw the doctors again today, and she said, well, your blood work is all beautiful. I can't believe that. I said, yeah, well, you know. So that was always good.
Yeah, it's good to know you're doing something right.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I only have a couple of little medications that I have to take. So especially when you consider well, it must have been about 9 years ago now. I was taking I had everything in the under the that you could imagine in the cupboard, because of the acid reflux I was having. It was so unbelievably horrible. And now I don't have to take anything, so that's always good.
My heartburn is completely gone.
From going on the keto?
Yeah. I eat natural fats and not refined fats. I don't do vegetable oil or anything like that. I use avocado or coconut oil and natural meat. That the natural fat from the meats is fine, and I don't have any more heartburn. So I don't eat potato chips or junk food anymore, and I don't eat fast foods, and so that was probably what was causing the heartburn.
I just let the chat roll right on by without looking at anything. Yeah, Lisa, the middle is hard to lose. Becky, you want to show some of what you've got finished up?
Well, they're not finished because
I know, but they're kind of finished.
Yeah, I'm just putting some decoration around where the address will go, and then I write to where the to goes. I don't worry about writing from. I just put the to so that the post office knows that's where it needs to go.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'll end up doing is I'm going to come back in with a white, either a gel pen or a Posca pen, and I'm going to just outline like the bigger decorations here, and I might do some doodling and things like that. And then I put a clear coat on, and I try not to put any of the clear coat where I'm going to put the address, because sometimes that makes the address wipe right off. But
what kind of a clear coat?
I'll get the stuff I use. Hang on. Ouch. Well, I usually use this other stuff that I don't have right now, but this was at Hobby Lobby, Decor Americana Dura Clear. It's a high gloss. I'm going to try that this time. And it just gives it a nice sheen, and then it holds up to getting damp or whatever,
Mm-hmm. Lisa, that is really good. I wish I'd heard about that, but I don't think it would have helped. I had surgery to get rid of my heartburn, but they had to do other things while they were in there. My gallbladder didn't work, and I had a 3.5-inch tear in my diaphragm, which is also called a hiatal hernia.
Yeah.
And but my reflux was so bad, I had an ulcerated spot on my esophagus. So it was one of those things that had to be dealt with. And I had been taking a medication called Reglan. And if anybody ever tells you to take Reglan, question it seriously before you do. I did not question the surgeon that gave it to me, and I should have. But after about 2 years, which you're only supposed to take it about 5 weeks, I found out later, it started giving me Parkinson's symptoms. So it was one of those things. It was the surgery or else at that particular point in time. But I don't think that diet change would have helped, knowing the fact that all of those other things were going on. Oh, Mary's got something going on over there. Let me see what's going on here. Oh, she's getting ready to stamp, I think. But yeah, it would be really nice if that would help.
Let's see if this will glob out onto my project. I swear.
First impression. And then she can tweak it if she needs to.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome, Lisa.
Yeah, that really does make a difference, Lisa.
Ooh, weird. I brought myself a fresh roll of paper towels in here by the table, and Howie came marching over, and he's the big cat. He must weigh about 15 pounds. And he grabbed that roll of tissues and he slammed himself to the floor and ripped about 5 sheets off, and he was having him a big time.
Yeah, Lisa, I can't imagine them putting a baby on it. That would be terrible. Good night, Kathy. Deborah, Mary, those little marks Mary made on her stamped out piece, that's where she wants to tweak her she's showing you again. That's where she wants to tweak things. She always does a first impression and then she goes back and tweaks the little spots.
Beth,
Yeah, I'll totally agree that wheat is a big problem for most people. I have a kid allergic to food.
Yeah.
He's allergic to wheat, rye, oats, barley, and buckwheat. And boy, when we took him off of that stuff, man, did he feel better. There's a lot of things we don't eat because of Brandon's diet, even though Brandon doesn't live with us anymore. I never cook with milk. I don't use dairy products. I do eat cheese. I'm a very bad girl. I eat cheese. And Jeffrey likes milk, so he has milk. I can't get him to stop. But I haven't had a glass of milk in at least 25 years.
Hey, this is Mary. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Mary.
The TV just went off.
Hallelujah.
she got out of timeout.
Can I talk now?
Yes.
Was that Becky who just did who was doing that? Was that Becky you just showed with the blue? Who did go back to who did you just have? Who
This
was
one?
that? Was that Becky?
That's Becky.
Becky. Oh, Becky, that's looking nice. I'm loving that. I've had my nose in the stamp. I'm kind of discouraged with it. But you know, the postage, if you look at here, let me show you. I downloaded a freebie here. Let's see. Well, let me show
Mary,
you.
have the floor.
Well, Jerry sent me one. Now, she sent me one of Tim Holtz, but I don't want to copy his.
No.
Because, you know.
Go back to Mary's table. There you go.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. Just wait a minute. No, hold it. Let me get to where I want to be and then come over. Let's see. Jerry sent me one of, let's see if I can enlarge it. Okay. Can you come over to me for a minute?
Yep, you're on.
You're on.
Okay, because I can't tell. So this is Tim Holtz ones. It says Tim Holtz rubber stamps, and that's $10. Yeah. But can you see how it's not very clear in there either? Can you see that?
No, it isn't.
It isn't. So I figure mine's probably has, you can probably read mine just as much as you can read his.
Uh-huh.
So that Pennsylvania is almost showing up, but I mean this to read 1933. So I want to clean that up, 1933, and that's supposed to be AM. And this is supposed to be May, and this underneath the May is just, where is it? It's just marks. This is just marks in here.
That's great. Yeah.
So I figure mine is just as clear as Tim Holtz. I might clean up some of these lines. Okay, you can take it off of me again.
Well, tell us about your other one you did.
Oh, the other one, the coin one. The coin one, I really like how the man turned out. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on a minute. Let me get over here on my phone. But I was afraid the ladies, I didn't put any marks in the lady.
Yeah.
Am I holding it right or up too far or down? There.
Oh, it's a lady.
Hold it. I got to get it straight here. Oops, am I going? I can't tell where I'm going on the camera. Hold it.
That's it right there.
Right there. Oops.
No, go back.
There. The lady I was afraid to touch. Oops. I was afraid to touch her because I'm afraid to mess her up. Now you can't see on the stamp, when I stamp him off here, let me just stamp him off. You can see the beard. But on the stamp, because I've got so much ink on the stamp, you can't see the ink on the stamp. I didn't ink it that well, but so you can see the beard on the man.
Oh, I see. It's a beard. It's not his chin.
Well, it's chin and a beard.
Yeah.
It's a side. It's a profile view. This is his beard down this way.
That's good.
Is his hair.
Yeah.
And his nose and his eye. But I was afraid to do anything to the lady. I was afraid I'd mess her up. So she's just a silhouette. And when I stamped her in my book, and I did all those blue stamps around my ATC, I was really happy with that. Now, Jerry's, I might carve this again for Jerry. Sometimes when you do intricate work like this, you need to do it more than once. And once you work with it, it's like drawing. Once you work with it and you figure out where you're going, like that word Pennsylvania, but you can't read, but I figure mine's as clear as Tim Holtz is.
Clear as mud.
He's charging $10 for his.
Well, and Mary, Tim Holtz, everything he does is grunge. That's really the in thing, and it just looks like. And honestly, if you looked at what's happening on an envelope, 9 times out of 10, the stamp is not clear on the envelope because it's
the second one turned out pretty good.
Fast.
Yeah. The second one turned out pretty good, so I'm cleaning it up.
And Deborah, River City, says that yours is better.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
And Lisa and Holly, that'll do it to you. I can guarantee it. When that happened to me, I gained 35 pounds.
We still have 33 people watching.
Wow. Hello to everyone. If you've come in and haven't said anything, or if you came in and said something and we ignored you, I apologize. We didn't.
Yeah, I was kind of quiet throughout the whole session. How did you guys like that?
We were missing you terribly.
That's unusual for Mary because she likes to jabber dabber.
We were running out of things to say, Mary.
You guys were doing fine. I was listening to you the whole time. But Tanya, I wanted to say the 12th is a Tuesday night.
Yes.
He watches wrestling on Monday and Tuesday nights. So would you guys mind if until 9 o'clock that I was quiet again?
Oh, no, we don't mind. I didn't realize that, Mary.
Well, I didn't think about it until this tonight.
Okay.
To tell you the truth. Is that going to be a problem? Because you and Lisa are mostly doing the show.
Yeah, that would be fine if you're quiet, because we can pop back and forth to what you're doing. And you did great tonight with this.
Yeah, and then at 9 o'clock, if we're still on at 9 o'clock, I can kind of come in like I did here, and we can talk about it or whatever.
I think that'll work.
Okay, good. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
Okay, I'll
I didn't realize that. So he watches wrestling Mondays and Tuesdays?
Yeah.
Ah.
And I hate to ask him to not, because he, that's kind of his only enjoyment during the week is wrestling.
And there's no reason you should.
Yeah. So, I did once last week and I felt so bad. He feels so lost when he doesn't have his wrestling. So
that would be like Jeffrey not being able to watch silent television.
Yeah. Well, I can't get him to wear earphones either,
Well, Jeffrey does do that. If he wants to watch a movie, he may be in there watching a movie. If he wants to watch a movie, he just wears headphones.
Yeah. Oh, well. I'm not even sure.
Okay, Deborah has a question. Just a second.
Oh, okay. No, go ahead. I'm done.
Okay, no, you need to read the question. Deborah says, do the eraser stamps hold up well?
Well, now I think that they do pretty well. It depends on, now these are high polymer Pentel erasers. And I have to tell you, they're kind of expensive for an eraser. Retail, these cost me about $2 a piece, $1.97. So, but they are erasers, and I can't tell you if they'll last 5 years or so because I just started using them. But as far as carving and stamping, I really like them. I prefer them to the Speedball. You guys were talking about that Speedy carb, this pink. I held it up here. This is just a little chunk of Speedy carb. And look, it's half the size. It's half the size of the eraser. And I like that. I've even started carving on the other side of these. So,
yeah, I've seen you do that where you flip it over and carve a second design.
Well, I have to tell you that these are like cutting butter, but I like it because these blades I need to change my blades, but these are harder. It's more of you have to have a sharper blade to carve into these. These blades are really too dull to carve into this because I've used them. So I can't tell you. This is the one I carved in January of 2018. Let's stamp it off. So this is about a year old. But this is not a pen. This is just your white pearl Papermate eraser. But, just think of them like any other eraser stamp. A lot of it probably depends on how much you use it. And see, I didn't get it inked well in there, but... So I guess my answer is I don't know.
Well, I would think it would hold up as well as the pink stuff. Now, Lisa made the comment that maybe Becky, somebody made the comment that the small pink erasers that you can buy, like school erasers, tend to crumble when you carve them. And that may be very true.
Yeah, I think so. And I have carved on, let me reach it for this. I have carved on this Easy Carb from Dick Blick. Oops, there goes Penelope. But I got this at a thrift store. But this will crumble. You can see it's pretty dirty because I've been handling. Oh, this is my Stay Calm and what is it? Stay Calm Art On stamp. But some of this carving material and the blue carving material, I don't like that. Some of this carving material just kind of crumbles. Yeah. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, she's done. Have you got all 8 of your sheets done, Beth?
Yeah, just about.
You're just going to town, aren't you?
I am, but you're all going to have a fit because this is just the one drawer. I've got 10 more drawers.
I don't have 10 more drawers, but one drawer wouldn't have done that. I'd have been.
So I'm going to have we'll just have to do it again.
Okay.
This was just the people drawer. I got an animal drawer and a plant drawer and a word drawer
Oh, you're
And then
so
I've got
organized.
a Christmas drawer, holiday drawer. But these were my favorite stamps. You're all getting the favorites.
Let's see. Let's zoom out.
Becky's over there being really quiet.
Well, I can't doodle and talk at the same time without it looking like I don't know what.
Well, I don't know, Becky. I think they're pretty. I love what you're doing. Love what you're doing. Are you using one of those pin touch pens?
It's a Posca pen.
Oh, it's a Posca. Okay.
Yeah, it keeps making little droplets, but I've learned that you can't go back on itself. You always have to kind of just shift your work and always go at the smoothest motion. Like if I try to go backwards, then it jumps on the page and makes a little sprinkles. You know, the little like stutter marks and drops, which is okay. I mean,
yeah, it's very pretty. I love them. I love them.
And Deborah, we don't mind questions. Questions are good. We just sometimes we miss them in the chat, and that's the only problem. When we're especially when we're getting busy, we don't always look up, and then we miss something in the chat. And if we miss a question, usually the mods will catch it and tell us to look. But if not, type it a second time because the chat sometimes scrolls by really fast.
yeah, and if you do the @ symbol and then our screen names, then the message will come up in orange. So let's see, I'll do this. And so now see, Deborah can see that because it'll pop up. Her name will be in orange.
Right.
And it'll say hello, and she'll notice it because her name is in orange, but the rest of us will see it just like standard thing. That helps me a lot if people would do that when I'm doing a live.
Yes, because the bright orange, your eye grabs your eye.
Yeah.
Oh, and Beth, well, you already did. I was going to say the other day when you were streaming, and I didn't think about it then, but I was going to tell you to make some people moderators, but you did already. So
yeah, I told her, I said,
and I have to remember not to show any addresses.
Yeah, to try not to. I don't worry about my own because I don't mind sharing it, but I try to never show anybody else's.
The other thing is don't get rid of the background music and the background TV playing. Yeah. That can get you in trouble with YouTube. That can get you a copyright strike if they complain.
Oh yeah.
It used to.
And
you don't want to play background TV. You don't want to play background radio stations.
Okay.
That can get you in trouble with YouTube.
That's why Mary had to be silent tonight.
Yeah, because you would hear you would have if you would have been here, you would have heard woo. You ever watch wrestling?
Was Flair on tonight?
Yeah, Charlotte Flair was on, and Rowan Reigns, and those were the two that I remember the most. It's a bunch of noise. I get so mad at those ladies. They're so pretty, and they get out there and hit each other. I'm going, if I was that pretty, I wouldn't be hitting anybody.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to hit back, would you?
No, I wouldn't want to get hit back. I'd probably cry. Well, I probably would.
Nah.
Hit me.
Okay, if you say so.
Yeah, that's probably what I do.
I might have enough clear space on my table now to jelly print. And it's too late because there's no way. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to go to bed here in a minute.
Yeah, I was thinking you guys are on kind of late because it's like 10:30 here.
Yeah, Scott's due anytime now.
Jeff just said he just stopped his movie.
You going to bed, Tanya?
Not right this second, but pretty soon. We were up early this morning. We had to be at the doctor's office at 8. And Pensacola is a funny town. And where we live is kind of odd. But if I leave here at 7:30, I cannot get across town by 8:15. If I leave here at 7:15, I can get there in 15 minutes.
Yep.
And we actually got out of the house about 7, I think, a little earlier than we intended, which is not a big deal to me. We don't care. And like I said, then the nurse went ahead and took us in together so that Jeffrey wouldn't have to sit there for an hour and wait on her, which was really nice. And our next appointments are actually scheduled back to back too, so hopefully they'll do the same thing. Of course, he's been in there several times that I haven't gone because, you know, we fell off the ladder. But yeah, I don't know about them.
I told Scott, I said, you know, I'm going down there to go to that Rocky Horror Picture Show with Greg next Friday. And I said, what I was thinking is I would just go ahead and stay down and paint any rooms that are ready for paint. I'd go ahead and stay down and paint, and he could stay up here and have a weekend, you know, on his own, you know, just relax, read magazines without me going, when are we going to do this? When are we going to do that? And I said, but you're not allowed to do anything that requires an ambulance to be called. So there won't be anybody here to call the ambulance. He said, well, that's no fun.
Well, Jeffrey's fussing today because the gutters are not done. You know, when he fell, they weren't done. And so he's not been allowed back on the ladder. And so we have a gutter across the front, and now because it's not done, it's full of leaves. And the wire from we have solar lights around the house, and the wire from that had to be taken off to put the gutter up. So it's just hanging there. Oh, he's like, I'm going to have to do that. And I'm like, no, you're not going to have to do that. You can't do that for another couple of weeks. But he's not going to be allowed on the ladder for any time soon by himself. So I don't like him to be under the house or on the ladder when I'm not around.
Yep.
It goes this way.
But yeah, I'm going to have to go to bed pretty soon. Jeffrey, are you being able to watch your news, or do I need to get off? On the computer? Okay, that's fine. See, that's another thing. Jeffrey can watch TV on the computer, which means he can then wear his headphones. So that helps.
Yeah.
That would be nice, but you know, I was thinking his TV is an old console TV. I don't even think it has a place for headphones.
Yeah.
I'd be very surprised if it did.
Well, Mary, our TV is not that old. It's a few years old, but it does not have a place for headphones.
Yeah.
The only way Jeff can wear the headphones is if he goes in through the computer.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, he went looking for headphones for the television, but they didn't have any. He couldn't get anything that had the headphones on it. So
yeah. Well, what really surprised me is I have some tea here. He got that phone for the deaf, that caption tell, the caption phone. He's really liking that. He can read it. I'm surprised that he even liked it, but he's doing very well with it. So he's learning how to delete the messages, and he'll read the message like it's from who, And we had Amy calling us all weekend. I said, don't answer it. If she's only Amy with no last name, that's very suspicious. I said, don't even answer it if they don't leave a message. So who's showing there? What is that you, Beth?
That's Beth.
Ooh,
she's showing those images she's been stamping.
Stamping tissue paper.
For the swap. I can't find these swaps until
so you're going to
get my mail out. So
you're going to get some cute samples here.
Those are neat.
Steak and fries, and I know what your name looks like, but I know I couldn't pronounce it. So you're going to just
ale.
Yeah, say it again, Becky.
Ale, like Gale, but G and then L.
Gael. Gael. Okay, well, I'll try that in the future if that's right. I didn't realize you had popped in, so hello.
That is such a pretty name. I love how it looks.
And Deborah, our television doesn't have wireless capability. So it's old enough not to have wireless capability, but new enough that, it's one of those things. So he just uses the headphones out of the computer. So.
And I'm sitting here. What's a TV? No.
What's a TV?
We don't own one.
We only own one, which is very unusual for most. Well, I shouldn't say that. The camper, when we first got our other rig, the one that got in the wreck, it had 5 televisions in it.
Oh my goodness.
It had 2 in the living area. One's in the living room and one's above the driver's console that the driver can't see, but the people behind him can see.
Yeah.
It had 1 in the bedroom and then 1 in each bunk bed.
Oh goodness.
Okay. So we took the bunk beds out, so those went away. The one in the bedroom could be taken off the wall and put outside. There was a hookup for it outside. The new camper, now we didn't get a bunk model, but it has 4 TVs. It has 2 in the living area, 1 in the bedroom, and it has 1 outside that's permanently mounted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like we need 4 TVs. There's just 2 of us, and we never watch TV that much.
In 24 square feet.
Yeah. Well, how much square feet?
Well, 24 feet. I don't know.
Actually, it's 340. Did he tell me last night? How many square feet, Jeff? $340 square feet. So bigger than a New York apartment.
Well, that's a good size. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Got home.
Lisa says we have a TV, but we only stream from Netflix, etc.
Well,
no TV service.
Yeah, Lisa, that's about all I watch. Now, Jeffrey watches the news, and he watches, what do you call that? Silent football, and basketball's coming up here pretty soon, so he'll watch basketball. But that's about it.
Well, you know what I like about the TV, the satellite, is that he doesn't like to watch movies, but I can get the Dish app on my phone. And if I want to watch a movie, sometimes I like to relax and just watch a movie. Mm-hmm. Some of them aren't worth watching, but sometimes I like to, just relax and watch a movie, and I can watch it on the Dish without turning on the TV and bothering him.
Yeah, we've got Netflix, so we watch movies. Of course, we've been watching Outlander, but those have to come on discs.
I've read all those books.
Yeah, those books are fabulous, aren't they, Becky?
They are, but man, 800 pages. She psychs me out every time. I emailed her once, and I said, "When's the next book?" And she's like, "Well, I have other projects, and each of those books takes me about 2 years to write."
Who's the author, Becky?
Diana Gabaldon.
Okay.
I'll type it in the.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm going to see if our library has it.
Ours in Huron did it. They're pretty popular. Now the Outlander series, Mary, you definitely want to start from the beginning.
Yes, you have to start at the beginning.
Okay.
And don't skip one, because if you do, you'll be very sorry. It will be one of those things you're going to go, what? Why? So
I always skip one if they don't have the books. I don't remember seeing the book because we just have a small library, but they might have them. I just probably wasn't looking for them.
I'm sorry, Jeff, what did you say?
Or they might be able to request another librry for you.
Well, Mary doesn't have any kids in the room, but Mary, my husband just said, don't watch that movie with kids don't watch the movie with kids in the room.
Okay. Is it scary or is it corny?
It's a little racy.
It's a little racy? Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's a little racy. There's quite a bit of it, but so are the books.
You just can't watch a movie nowadays without hitting some racy stuff.
Well, it's on Stars. It's made for Stars TV, and if y'all didn't know, Stars TV, most of their series are a little racy for some reason. Yeah. But the books have a lot of it, don't they, Becky?
Yeah.
It's not distasteful. It's just it has a lot of it.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not naive. Well, maybe I am a little naive, but I just skip those paragraphs. It doesn't interest me.
But the story, and she goes to a lot of trouble to make sure it is historically accurate.
Yes.
It's a big deal for her. Everything has to be historically accurate in those books. And
I find that interesting because I like historical novels. So is it Outlander? Is that Scottish or Irish or what? Outlander.
Well, the Outlander has to do with something. I don't want to give it away, Becky.
I don't want to either.
But yes, it is. It's about it starts in the Scottish Highlands.
Well, that's good enough. Enough.
And it has to do with the standing stone or standing stones, not necessarily the ones in a circle, but you'll see.
Did you guys happen to watch Curiosity Inc. today?
I haven't watched him today.
You watch it today. He found out he has a sister.
Oh, wow.
And I thought of you, Aunt Beck, because he did Ancestry.
Yeah, I found all the whole family I never knew I had, and they get this. My Uncle Johnny and Aunt Jan bought their grandparents' farm on the same road that they all grew up on, which was 2 roads from where I was all those years, and they didn't know about me.
Isn't that something?
So they said, well, they really like to keep secrets back then. I was like, well, it was the 60s, and my mom had me out of wedlock, and it was a big thing that,
Well, I think his dad, you'll have to watch it, but
I'll watch
his dad, before he passed away, was looking for her. So they were aware, but he couldn't, his dad, and his dad made his mom promise that if they ever found her that, they'd become a part of the family, or she'd be welcome into the family. I'll let you watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch it, definitely.
See my shortbread? This is the last one. I had 3. I had 1 for each of you, but since you can't eat it, I will. It's really good. I got this recipe off of Mod Podge. Mod Podge, I put the link in when you go back and look at the replay. It's right up toward the front. It's a good recipe. But it's in their crafting section. Okay, I'll shut up now.
Mary, I think I'm gonna close the session.
She is.
Because it is 10:37, so it's past my bedtime, and
I'll stream tomorrow morning at 4:30 a.m. so Central.
Okay.
So.
You all set your alarms.
And Becky will be on Wednesday. Are you going to be able to be on Wednesday night, Becky?
Yeah.
Okay. And Beth, are you going to do tomorrow night?
Well, I think there's a conflict.
Okay.
I might do an impromptu. But I think Vicki Ross comes on at 5:30.
No, I think it's a little earlier than that. 5:30. Well, your time is Eastern, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
4:30. Yeah, 4:30 Central. That's why I thought it was
Does
earlier.
she stay on late, Beth?
She stays on for a good hour and a half or so.
Well, maybe you could stream after her.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
I'm going to be real flexible with it. I mean, I might come on in the afternoon if nobody's on. I might come on a little earlier.
well, that would be a good idea too.
And every time I've popped up, everybody, if they're available, they pop in. So, you know, you get 12 in there, that's good enough for me. I'm not picky.
Yeah,
Well, you'll find your way, Beth. You'll find a good time.
Yeah. And I'm not. I just want to share the love that I've got on my table, and
You're doing a good job.
I'm enjoying it. So,
Well, everybody is kind of saying good night.
I think
Betty says that book series is one she really enjoys. But I'm going to say good night. I think I have to wait till all of you log out. I'm not sure because the last time I streamed it was just Lisa and I. So,
all right.
no, it does say stop broadcast. So I think I'm just going to say good night to everybody. So everybody that's in watching us, good night and thanks for coming. And Mary, Becky, Beth, thank you for doing this with me.
Oh, it was fun.
See y'all later.
we'll definitely do it again.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye, guys.